Kieran Flavelle, he's the goalkeeper, Caelan Vickers, David McGoldrick, Georgie Gent, Jake Rooney, Tenai Watson, Connor Barrett, Luke Olker and Vimal Yoganathan, who of course played for Oldham in the playoff games towards the back end of the season and scored at the LNER Community Stadium. It was City who got the game underway, but Barnsley now come forward after winning the ball back, and it's played through to Harrison Mayle, who clears long in his all-green kit down the centre of the field looking for Josh Stones. Stones can't get there, and it goes from one goalkeeper all the way through to the other. In his blue kit, the Barnsley goalkeeper Murphy Cooper, on loan from Queen's Park Rangers, had a loan spell last season at Stevenage. He plays it out, and they have it at the back here. Do Barnsley got some awful humming in one of my cans, so hopefully we're coming through loud and clear to you back at base. There we go, it's just disappeared. Alex Hunt picks up the ball in midfield, but there's a foul being given there against Ollie Banks, so that is a free kick to the home team in the left back position. 0-0. Early thoughts, Ian Dunn?
Yeah, just looking at that front three, David, we were wondering if it was going to be Pearce or Stones, or Pearce and Stones. It looks like it's Stones on his own with Pearce and Banks in behind him, trying to support him, I'd imagine. Be interesting to see how that works today.
Yeah, so it is. It's Stones is actually playing in that number 9 role, as we would say. He wears a number 9, I suppose. And Ollie Pearce just to the left of him, with Banks to the right. Barnsley trying to thread that through ball as the captain on the far side of the field. It's cut out. Good attempted through ball from Connell, and it's put into touch by Mark Kitchen on the far side of the field for a throw-in an attacking position about 15 yards away from the corner flag. Have to say, the York City fans, it appears, outnumber the Barnsley fans here today. I was told about an hour and a half ago Barnsley had only sold around about 1,700 tickets in advance of this game. York City selling nearly 2,700 tickets in advance. There's been a few walk-ups on the day, but it does look as though the York City fans outnumber the Barnsley fans. Wow, that is a long throw into the penalty area, but it's straight into the arms of Harrison Mayle in his 6-yard box under no pressure whatsoever. That cleared the near post. That was an almighty long throw that seemed to take no effort whatsoever.
Yeah, it looked like it was taking some off it, didn't it? It literally did get underneath Harrison Mayle's goal there. That's a massive throw.
Kitchen struggling to clear over that far side, has to go back to his goalkeeper Harrison Mayle. Has the ball at his feet again, and he plays it to the edge of his area to Alex Hunt, who's able to turn, but then decides to go back to Malachi Fagan Walcott. Fagan Walcott once more back to his goalkeeper Harrison Mayle, who will play it long this time down the centre of the field. The ball drifts across this right-hand side. Banks is beaten to it, though, and it's the red shirts again, who you'd expect maybe to be dominating possession here in the opening 2.5 minutes. Goalless, though, on BBC Radio York. The home team have it at the back in their red shirts, white shorts and red socks. I have yet to see a brighter red shirt than the one that Barnsley are wearing today.
Yeah, that is fiery red. I think fiery red, David, this one. It's as bright as they come. I'm really interested. You know, the manager will have clearly spoken to Banks and Stone, said, this is your chance to go out and you know, they'll have been knocking on the manager's door in recent weeks wondering why they're not starting. Well, they're going to get a chance at it on a big stage, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out, but especially with Pearce being pushed out to the left a little bit.
And Stones has done well there to block that attempted clearance. Into touch it goes directly beneath us. We're sat sort of halfway up this main stand that is empty. There's only members of the media in here, plus the directors for both teams. The rest of this stand is empty. It's empty behind the goal away to our right hand side. The Barnsley fans are in the double-decker stand opposite us, as I say, very sparsely populated, and the York City fans in the top tiers of the stand behind the goal away to our left hand side. Barnsley come forward down the right, though. They've skipped past Ollie Pearce over that far side, but then it's intercepted by Alex Newby. He goes back to Fagan Walcott, and once again he does well to turn away from the Barnsley striker, and he gives it in midfield to Newby. Newby to the left hand side to Kitchen, who gets to come forward for the first time this afternoon. He finds Pearce in a pocket of space. He can send to his right hand side to Gray. Gray, edge of the penalty area, comes into the box, takes on Cleary, dinks it to the back post looking for Stones, headed clear by Barnsley. Wasn't the greatest cross there from Gray. He could have had a shot if he'd been a little bit more positive when he first got hold of the ball. Ian Dunn alongside me has to stand up because the pillar that's blocking his view of the goal away to our right hand side.
It couldn't be more obtrusive. It really couldn't. I can't see the goal without standing up and rocking left and right, so I'm going to get my movement steps in this afternoon, I think.
Well, this is a very, very old stand. It's not changed at all the times I've come here. Thrown taken quickly by York City. Gray by the corner flag. Plays it back to the edge of the box to Banks. Banks can get a cross in if he wants. He does, and it comes now into the middle, headed clear by Barnsley, and they're going to have it on this left-hand side, and they're going to throw him man to the ground. And there's a little tug on his shirt there by Gray. It was a little bit soft, but I think the referee and his assistant on this near side have got it right, and Ogbeta wins the decision for his side. Free kick to Barnsley at the back. Cleared immediately once more by the goalkeeper Cooper. Down this left-hand side, looking for Reyes Cleary, who played against York City for Hartlepool last year. Everyone will have seen the goal he scored a couple of weeks ago at Valley Parade from inside his own half against Bradford City, and he almost gets past Fagan Walcott, but the York City defender gets the better of him on this occasion, gives it back to Gray, who will have played with him last season at Hartlepool, and it's down the line over the head of the Barnsley defender, and then Stones gets the better of his man. Stones, City have got a break, they've got 3-on-1 if Stones could play it, and he couldn't get it out of his path. Into the box it goes, the goalkeeper's going to come there. Unlucky for Josh Stones, he just couldn't get the ball out of his feet. City were 3-on-1, Ian. What an opportunity.
That was a great opportunity. It's just Josh Stones, his brute force really upset the Barnsley defender, and I'm not sure he realised there was a fraction of a second there when if he had just looked up, he could have found those both Pearce and I think Boateng making runs totally unmarked. But he just ran out of steam with the ball. He just never had it quite under control in that little phase of play.
Barnsley have it once more at the back. Roberts, long diagonal ball, looking for Cleary down this near side. That's misplaced though and goes all the way through to Harrison Mail. Afternoon to Florence Sarah Patel, who I said I'd give a big shout out to today, Ian. Listening back at home in York.
Fantastic.
To her brother Robin, who all dressed up last night, was Florence for Halloween.
Oh, well, I hope
it was Wednesday. You didn't have to get dressed up, did you, last night?
What are you suggesting? The natural look.
They have it at the back. Do Barnsley. Mansfield have taken an early lead against Harrogate Town in the FA Cup this afternoon. Mansfield Town 1, Harrogate Town 0. The early kick-off today in the FA Cup. Not sure how much of an upset you'd say it is. The Essex derby, Chelmsford beating Braintree. I think it was 4-1 at the end. Braintree, of course, struggling in the National League, which is a little bit of a surprise after the performance that they put in against York City a couple of months ago. Chelmsford not doing too badly in National South. Barnsley have a free kick, centre of the field, 10 yards inside the York City half. That Bland is over. He was on loan at Peterborough Sports in National North last season, but now a regular in the first 11 here for Barnsley. Across the right hand side of the field it goes. Now the cross comes in from a deep position into the York City penalty area, over the head of everyone, and it goes out for a goal kick. Ironic cheers from the York City supporters behind the goal away to our left hand side in the Barry Murphy stand. Good to see a full collection of York City directors here today. Matt Ugler in his suit, it's the first time I've seen him in his suit. Julianne Ugler's here as well. Paul Sacchi, Marvin Armstrong sitting next to Matt Ugler, smartly dressed up here, just to our left hand side in the stand. And then Alistair Smith representing the York City Supporters Trust. Down the line it goes from Kitchen. Well, that's going to go all the way through to the Barnsley goalkeeper, who's able to control it outside his area under pressure from Stones, and he clears long, and that'll go all the way down to the other end of the field this time once more for Harrison Mail to gather. 0-0 BBC Radio York, 8 minutes gone.
Yeah, interesting start from both sides. I wouldn't say Barnsley have shown why they're 2 levels ahead just yet, but it is so early. I expect a little bit more possession, but actually Barnsley have tried to find that long ball as if they're aware there's maybe then, you know, where City have struggled in recent weeks, possibly in behind our wing backs. Have Barnsley had the scouts watching the games and realised there's potential for that? What I would say is the quality of ball from the Barnsley players hasn't been as good as the ones from Halifax and Boreham Wood in recent weeks.
Took an absolute age over that clearance. He eventually clears long downfield. Now Barnsley have got him round the back on the York City left behind Kitchen. Near the corner flag, they're turning Kitchen one way then the other into the box. They come, no one there. Played back to the edge of the area, in it comes now, deep cross free header, and it's missed, and then there's a swing of the boot by Cleary at this near post, and he couldn't connect the scissor kick, and City are going to get it clear through a combination of Fagan, Walcott and Banks. Not the greatest clearance though by Fagan, Walcott. Connell, round the corner it goes to the number 22 on that far side for Barnsley. Kelly, they still have it in midfield. He tries to play it through, does the captain. That's Cleary wasn't on the same wavelength there as his captain, and that goes behind for a York City goal kick, and it stays 0-0.
Yeah, it's a real optimistic move from Connell there. I mean, he's tried to do the eye of the needle there through York City's defence, and Cleary was never, I don't think he'd ever got on the end of it.
Of course, this game goes to extra time and penalties if it's level after 90 minutes and then 120. No replays now in the FA Cup from the first round onwards, thanks to our friends in the Premier League and the footballing authorities, of course. Barnsley have it at the back on this left-hand side.
And the games now go straight to penalties. It's a Carabao Cup, isn't it? Straight to penalties.
Yeah. No golden goals are in.
No, there's only one of them.
Still be talked about.
There's only one ever first one of them.
Barnsley have it on the right-hand side.
Thanks for reminding me, I had forgotten.
Well, Harrogate Town in the opening stage is doing their best to ensure that there's going to be no extra time or penalties at Field Mill, conceding that early goal.
I think that a couple of weeks ago, the early goals seem to be a feature of their matches, either way.
Cooper into midfield to Russell. He gives away possession to Boateng, and he wins the throw-in for York City just over halfway. Conor Hurahan, the Barnsley manager, down beneath us, his first managerial job after quitting as a player. It was a temporary appointment at first and then got given the job on a full-time basis. He was a cultured midfielder, so you imagine Barnsley will want to try and play it around a little bit in the style that their manager liked to play on. Fagan Walcott's gone back to Mail, who'd gone to the edge of his area, and that was going into the goal if Mail didn't rush back to in 6-yard box. That was sort of a back pass without looking where the goalkeeper was from Fagan Walcott.
For a second, that was it looked dangerous, didn't it?
That would have been a terrible own goal to give away. Now City can try and come forward on the left-hand side. Pearce will find Newby, then there's a foul, a handball on Newby. The referee says no. 4 York City players go to the referee. He's giving York City the throw-in. They'll want a free kick, and Pearce is going to have a talking to here from the referee. Boos from the York City supporters. They were all insistent it was a handball. I'm not quite sure. See, it's on the blind side of the referee because we couldn't see it from here. Yeah. But the linesman doesn't have that excuse, Ian. No,
the linesman doesn't. Ollie Pearce is adamant that there's a handball in there. So much so that you're right. He's got to be careful sometimes. I think Ollie Pearce, in recent weeks, his remonstrations with the referee can borderline look aggressive. So. But you can't knock it out of him. His infectious character.
Mail down the centre of the field. Stones puts pressure on his defender, and he wins the second ball as well. Banks.
Oh, yes.
Stones is through. 1-on-1. Just Stones. Can he score? Can't. The goalkeeper's smothered it to the edge of the area. Pearce couldn't get out of his feet. What a great opportunity once more for York City. Should be in the lead.
It's a great move. That is a brilliant move. Ollie Banks, fantastic. He had the awareness that Josh Stones was in a good position inside the 18-yard box, and Josh Stones, I think his first touch let him down a little bit. It took him, it almost bobbled the ball.
As it did in the break earlier on down this near side.
Almost snatching it, trying to control the football rather than get the ball out of your feet and strike it. Or dink the keeper. There was options. That's got to go down as a chance. But listen, it's good that Josh Jones is in that position. And a good sign for him that he knows the ball will come to him as well.
Absolutely huge chance. He's through 1-on-1. He's in the penalty area, centre of the goal. He just had to dink it over the goalkeeper.
It's those instances that make a difference to players' careers and everything. That goes in. Suddenly becomes a different
Gray
game.
takes on Cleary, gets past him, runs down this right hand side. Done really well, Joe Gray. Now he's down a bit of a blind alley. He's going to try and win a corner off Cleary. He wins a throw in instead, right by the corner flag.
Got to say, the last couple of games I've seen of Joe Gray, he has really risen to the task. He looks a real player.
Throw in taken quickly. Banks can get across into the box, headed clear unopposed by Barnsley, only as far as Kitchen on the left hand side. He gives it to Newby. Hasn't seen much of this in the opening 10 minutes. Newby, he puts a deep cross into the box, into the arms of the goalkeeper. Barnsley looking to get forward quickly, but none of the strikers are on their bike early enough, so the goalkeeper has to hold on to it. 0-0 BBC Radio York, 13 minutes gone.
Well, Barnsley will just know they're in a bit of a game here. When City can cut them open like they did just then, it gives them something to think about.
Well, I go back to a year ago and we were both at Wickham. Wickham made 11 changes that day.
Yeah.
10 or 11 changes, wasn't it? So
level.
It was their reserves, basically. But the difference in class between a York City side that were going well, you could tell there were 2 divisions above, even with 11 changes. You can't say that in the opening 14 minutes here today.
No, you can't. Have we improved, or are Barnsley not as good as Wickham? It'll be interesting. Wickham are doing well again, aren't they? So obviously a decent team.
Centre of the field, the home side have it with Russell. Now to this left-hand side, that's overhit and Gray's there. I think he wanted Mail to come out and collect it off him, to be honest there, Gray, but he does well and he clears down this left-hand side once more, looking for Stones, but he's out-muscled by the big centre-back Shepherd. Into midfield to Boateng. Now space for Newby. Good ball from Boateng. Newby is 2-on-2 at the back. Newby into the penalty area, left side. He's gone wide, tries to get a shot and it deflects and it goes back into his path, but Barnsley have got lots of men back now. Newby keeps hold of the ball on that far side and it goes into touch for a York City throw-in.
Well, City are asking real questions of this Barnsley side. They really are. Through good football, creative, innovative football, and they're finding spaces on the wings.
Yeah, looking good, York City, when they come forward.
Yeah, Newby there. You just wonder if he had a bit more belief that he was going to take the man on, get it under control. But it's good stuff from York. It really is.
Throw in. Kitchen goes back to Hunt. Hardly mentioned Alex Hunt as well. He comes forward into midfield. Lays it off to Fagan Walcott. He now spreads it to this right hand side to Gray. Ian's doing his sidestep to get past the pillar. Banks around the corner looking for Fagan Walcott, who's moved forward. He's not going to get on the end of that though. Is he going to win it back in the edge of the area? Almost does, but now Barnsley have got it on the edge of their D and they can come forward with Russell. He plays it forward to the number 40 Keller Dunn, but he loses it. Does Keeler Dunn? And Hunt goes back once more to Harrison Mayle. Barnsley 0, York City 0. Quarter of an hour gone in this FA Cup first round tie. Long ball downfield looking for Stones. Beaten to that in the air and it falls nicely for the captain Connell. Stones, who falls after jumping for that ball, gets straight back to his feet.
I'll tell you what though, these Barnsley defenders, I know they've been in a game today because Josh Stones is putting himself about. It's like he's playing like a player who's been given an opportunity, which is what you want. You want all your players to do.
Shepherd, that's a nice ball. They've got him behind Newby on the right hand side by the corner flag over that far side of the field. Perugia gets past him so easily. Into the box he comes. Pull back. And they've missed it on the edge of the 6-yard box for a tap in.
That was brilliant play from the Barnsley winger there.
Now City can come forward. Gray to Banks on this near side. Banks held up by Cleary. Cleary puts it into touch for a York City throw in. What was a chance. They got in really well down that right hand side behind Newby.
Yeah, I mean there was a couple of little megs in there as well by, I think, was it Perugia?
Oh, the Barnsley goalkeeper's gone down off the ball.
Oh, there's your shock.
My
15
word.
minutes in.
15 minutes in for a League One side.
They're coming for the
Booze
drinks.
coming from the York City supporters. Here come all the Barnsley players to have a word with their manager Conor Horan.
Referees must know this is, they've got to stamp this out of the game.
It's an embarrassment. This is a League One side here.
Yeah.
But it is just across football.
The keeper goes down in the 15th minute.
City did it a couple of weeks ago. It's just, I hate it. Don't know anyone who likes it.
No. And is it really that important 15 minutes in for a manager to get his thoughts across? I don't know.
They've got the tactics board out down there of the Barnsley backroom staff. Super Joe Felix has been sung at the York City substitute as he warms up down by the tunnel that's in the corner of the ground here at Oakwell, for those that haven't been here before, near the York City supporters.
Yeah, I'm looking at Barnsley. Maybe they are actually using this as a
they definitely use it
to make genuine tactical changes. Normally it's just to come across and rub their egos, but there's something, they are changing something here.
Yeah, the tactics board is out for Barnsley.
Yeah.
All those flip charts that you see when you're watching games on the telly. Guess what? The goalkeeper's fine. It's fortunate.
Yeah. I mean, really should make the goalie go off for 30 seconds, shouldn't they?
Or make an outfield player go off, but they can't do it for goalkeeper.
Yeah, I was joking about the keeper, but wouldn't it be funny? Better stop doing it.
Nominate someone at the start of the game.
Stop doing it then. Yeah.
Off you go.
Yeah.
So it's a throw into York, just over halfway. Fingers crossed Gray doesn't give it back. It'd be absolutely ridiculous if Joe Gray gives it back here to Barnsley. I don't think he's going to. 0-0, BBC Radio York. Gray goes back to Malachi Fagan Walcott. You've got to just move that down a tiny bit here, and you're getting just make sure we don't go off there. There we go. And it goes back to Harrison Mayle, who clears long down the centre of the field, looking for Josh Stones. Stones beaten to that in the air by the big defender. Pearce wants a free kick. He's saying Stones having his shirt pulled, but not for me. And Barnsley have it with Ogbetter on this left-hand side. He goes back to Shepherd. Shepherd across to his fellow centre-back Roberts. And Roberts goes across to the far side to Bland. Bland down the line, lovely little back heel, but Boateng tracked his man really well there, did Hiram Boateng, and Hunt gets it for York City. And now the good ball to Newby on the left hand side. Newby comes in field, he's only got Stones in front of him. Newby 30 yards from goal, takes on the shot, hits the back of the defender. Stones will go and recycle it far side of the ground, but he was in an offside position, so the flag goes up and it stays 0-0.
Yeah, good move again from City, and Alex Newby breaking with pace off that left hand side onto his right foot. And listen, he's had a shot 25 yards out. It's hit the Barnsley defender, but it's another little reminder that we're here to give them a game.
Oh yeah, most certainly. Lots of reminders here with York City trying to come forward at every opportunity. We'll bring you some latest scores in the FA Cup in a second as Barnsley give the ball away once more, and then Gray picks it up on halfway. Hunt, back it goes to Howe. Howe under pressure from Russell, goes back to Mayle, and Mayle gives it back to his captain. He goes into midfield for Gray. Lovely little back heel to Fagan Walcott, who's piling forward on this right hand side. Fagan Walcott only has Stones in the middle. That's a lovely ball for Stones. He stayed onside. Stones lays it off the edge of the area to Pearce. Pearce can't feed it through. Stones just wasn't confident enough to bring the ball down and get a shot away in one motion, and Barnsley are going to clear.
You can only be impressed with the way York City are playing here, David. They're attacking with true intent, and you're right, Josh Stones, Maybe Matt
Fagan
Sharpness.
Walcott, Hunt, Banks. Fagan Walcott once more, still advanced here as Malachi to Banks on this right hand side. Banks can put a cross in if he wants. He decides to hold on to it. Recycle Fagan Walcott in some space in the box. In it comes now. It's too deep though from Fagan Walcott. And is he going to go out for a goal kick? No, it curls back in and kept in by Newby on the far side of the field. He does well to give it to Kitchen. Kitchen, back heel to Newby. Newby comes in across the face of the penalty area. Hunt round the corner to Pearce. Good play this from York City. But then the Barnsley man gets back. One back though by Boateng. He takes on the shot. It's blocked. He gets a second opportunity. Back to goal here, and Boateng's going to be shepherded out of play. Out of the action there. But then he wins it back once more, does Boateng, and he gives it back to Fagan Walcott. These are York City voices that you can hear in the background.
Oh, Barnsley on the ropes here. They really are. They're giving the ball away so cheaply as well. And City... Every attack looks like they could really cause Barnsley problems.
Kitchen comes in field. Back it goes to Hunt, who slots in at centre-back. Oh, lovely ball forward for Banks. Banks now to Gray on this right-hand side. Gray, it's York City that are having most of the possession here, not Barnsley. Banks comes in field, goes back once more to Fagan Walcott. He now starts again at the back with Callum Howe. Centre of the field, just short of the centre circle. Howe to Hunt. Hunt goes across the left-hand side once more. Look at the space for Kitchen here. Kitchen can come forward a good 20 yards here with the ball, and he does well over halfway inside the Barnsley half, edge of the penalty area. He goes for the 1-2 with Pearce. He's blocked off on the edge of the box. Again, Pearce not happy with the decision of the referee. I think he was looking for it there, was Mark Kitchen. The referee didn't buy it, and Barnsley get the ball.
But again, I think Kitchen, you're right, he was looking he was impeded, but I think he's maybe run into the Barnsley defender. But City playing the football they're playing, the little 1-2s, the little passes from Alex Hunt deep into the middle of the park, and finding the target has been at times. Barnsley just haven't got an answer at the moment.
They have at the back, far side of the field. Let me bring you some latest scores then. 4-1 Chelmsford did beat Braintree, where there are goals today in the FA Cup. 3 o'clock kickoffs. Gateshead 1 up at Wimbledon as Barnsley come forward on this left-hand side with Cleary. Cleary going to run at Gray and try and get into the York City penalty area. Cross comes in now. Well headed clear by Callum Howe. Looking for Banks. Banks gets it further away. Stones can get there before his man on this near side, and he wins the throw-in for York City. Brilliant from Josh Stones. Elsewhere, goals. Blackpool 1, Scunthorpe 0. Bournemouth 2, Crawley 0. So that's a slight shock. Burton Albion 1, St Albans 0. Cambridge 1, Chester 0. Cheltenham 1, Bradford City 0. Halifax 0, Exeter 1. Fleetwood 1, Barnet 0. Macclesfield 2, AFC Tottenham 2. Great start there. Newport 0, Gillingham 1. Oldham 2, Northampton 0. Rotherham 1, Swindon 0. Wealdstone 1, Southend 0. All the other games are 0-0. The late kick-off today is Brackley against Notts County. That's at 5:30. They have at the back. Do a York City. Boateng to Hunt. Now to Fagan Walcott. Fagan Walcott round the corner to Gray. Banks, and then Banks plays it forward looking for Stones, who does well to hold off his man. Good hold up play from Josh Stones. Waits for the on-rushing midfielders to come forward. Hunt then over the top to Gray. Goalkeeper backtracking. Gray's in round the back. Now he's held up on the edge of the penalty area. Just couldn't get the ball under control first time. He's still got it though as Joe Gray. Gray forced away from goal, and then he slips and still manages to find Ollie Banks. Banks puts a cross into the far post. Stones the header, and he's got it! Josh Stones gets his goal. York City take the lead they deserve. The York directors are up. We're up. The York City thousands behind the goal are up. Barnsley are down on the haunches. Some of their players, they do not look confident. York City have been brilliant. They take the early lead. York City 1-0 up here at Barnsley, thanks to Josh Stones.
There's nobody in Oakwell today would argue with this scoreline right now, David. That's all I can say. The football, the attacking football York City have produced so far, we look like the League One side. I know I'm going early with that, but we do. Barnsley have not got a clue. They've not got to grips with what York City have brought today, and that is nothing less than City deserve. And I tell you what a ball in. I think it was Ollie Banks. Lovely crossed ball, and Josh Stones right on the end of it. And I think he's hit it. I think the keeper's got a hand to it, and it's gone into the top of the net.
He's just pulled off his man, hasn't he? And the ball's gone nicely over the defender.
Brilliant.
And slightly similar to the hat-trick goal he scored last season, where he's falling back and he's managed to place it back across goal, and the goalkeeper diving back did get a hand to it, I think, but just couldn't keep it out of his goal.
Yeah, what a start from York City. They have been the better of the two sides, make no mistake about that. Up to this point, they have looked like the team who are at the higher echelons of the league. Superb.
Banks gets away from his man once more. Down the centre, he tries to send it, looking for Newby. Newby will get there on that far side as well before Farrugia. He's going to take him on, is Alex Newby. And the ball goes into touch for York City throwing. Taken quickly because Kitchen's bumped forward. Kitchen tries to get the cross into the box. It's deflected. First corner of the game goes to York City. Although the linesman says it's only gone out for a throw-in.
Barnsley looks stunned. They look like they did not expect this. And everyone that's been to watch York City in recent weeks knows how well we can attack. And Barnsley just don't look prepared. It's astonishing. See, I mean, maybe they're going to get into the game at some point. You'd expect them to, being the League One club. But right now, York City are in the ascendancy. They're the team. To be honest, it looked like he'd go on and get another.
Kitchen's taken this a good 15 yards back from the corner flag. He was wanting a corner a second ago. He's still going back upfield for the throw-in to Boateng. Back to Kitchen it comes. Now back to Boateng. He can put a cross in. In it comes now, headed clear at the near post to the edge of the area to where Newby gets it. Gives it to Hunt. Hunt now to Banks on this right side. It's great play from York City. Banks can put another cross in. He's got that one completely wrong though, and he hooks that high into the empty stand behind the goal. Barnsley 0, York City 1 it remains.
Yeah, they're trying to get Ollie Banks on the ball out in this right-hand side, this sort of inside right position, because they know his quality. I know that one was a poor one, but his quality on the ball has been good. He's put in 2 or 3 good crosses already. That one's gone a bit wild, but his cross for the goal, David, was absolutely spot on. And Josh Stones, the header, that's the kind of goals you want to come along and see football for.
We're getting big smiles from Julianne Ugler and big thumbs up back here as I look across to my left-hand side. She's very happy with what she's seen so far as the York City fans sing City are massive. You
can't not be impressed with how City are playing. I mean, the passes are finding the men, they're winning every second ball, they're working harder than the opposition.
Hunt, Stones.
And they look better.
Stones holds on to it well. Stones has been really good in this opening half an hour. If he could just, his first touch sometimes has let him down, but his hold-up play has been excellent. Yeah,
he's a big, strong unit, and he's been given a chance here today. I'm absolutely sure Stuart Maynard would have said to him, this is your opportunity, go out and show me what you can do. And Josh Stones, up to now, and even besides the goal, he has put himself about, he's worked his socks off for the team, and he looks the part.
And clearly couldn't get that ball in field. That's why you heard the ironic cheers. Dan Batty goes to collect the ball out of the empty seats in the stand beneath us, because City wanting to get this back underway. City certainly are putting on a show here in the opening 27 minutes. Barnsley 0, York City 1.
Yeah, I mean, they're not sitting back, have they, City? Stuart Maynard, looks at his team. He signalled his intent with his team. He said, we're going to come and have a go. We've got 2 wingers playing wing back. They're going to have a go at you. And that is what it's upset this Barnsley side. I'm not sure they've not got out of the changing room yet, Barnsley. They've not been allowed to get out of the changing room just yet by York City.
Banks plays it back to Callum Howe. Howe across to Boateng. Across the left-hand side for Kitchen, who gives it back to Hiram Boateng, who started this game really well. He sends that forward for Stones, controls it on his chest, lays it off to Hunt. Hunt now to Banks, little back heel from Banks. Hunt now to Gray on this right-hand side. Gray's got Banks in front of him. He gives it to Banks. He can put a cross in. It's blocked by the defender. That will be a corner this time for York City. They are on the front foot like you would not believe here against the League One side.
Well, they look like the League One side. Genuinely, there's not being biased. And no one in this ground would disagree. York City, the football they're playing, again, I've used this word in recent weeks. It's sublime sometimes. The passing and the intricate passing. Yes, at times going to be accused of maybe playing into the back of net last week, but my word, they have gone for it today.
Shepherd's in a bit of pain as he blocked that, and there's nothing anyone can do to help him.
No, he'll be squealing for the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Alex Hunt's
I'll ball him flat on.
Alex Hunt has come across to take this corner kick. Now, can he improve his set-piece deliveries? Because that is something that City have been disappointing with throughout this season.
Well, we know he's good at them. He's just, at times this season, they've just not come off, so I'd imagine it's pinging this in. No, it's a short.
No, it's gone short to Pearce. No one's tracked Pearce here. Pearce will put the cross in, and it comes now. It's a deep one. Appeals for handball. It hit the hand of Callum Howe as it deflected onto him. Nothing given. Newby can jink it back in. That's not a great ball in. Easily cleared once more by the Barnsley centre half. Hunt will try and send it forward to Pearce. Again, he's got him round the back on this near side. The ball's bouncing. Then he goes to ground, holds his ankle. The referee and the assistant give nothing. Was he playing for that again, Ollie Pearce? I'm not sure. He's now getting to his feet. It's back to the goalkeeper who's going to play it long down the right-hand side under not much pressure.
I think he was second favourite to keep the ball under control. I think he has tried to get the free kick there, Ollie Pearce.
Barnsley have it in the centre circle. They can come forward. York City getting men back behind the ball. The centre of the field, it goes back out now to the right-hand side for the home team. Edge of the penalty area. Newby's got to try and stop this cross coming in. He hasn't done so far. Across the face of the area, and it comes now. Cut out by Callum Howe. Howe Picked up once more though on that far side by Bland. He tries to jink it in, still got the ball here, blocked by Kitchen, who is able to clear via Newby, and it's Pearce. Does really well, controls on his chest and takes it away, told the defender, a massive dummy the head that Ollie Pearce.
He sent him for fish chips and get some scraps while you're there, buddy.
And now they're playing it long, looking for Banks, but he's got back in position here as Roberts, back to his goalkeeper, almost given away by the goalkeeper to Stones, just couldn't get there on the slide, and it means Barnsley now have some space to move forward in. Through the centre circle, over halfway they come with Connell to Cleary on this near side. The first time we've heard the Barnsley, that's a nice ball from Cleary into the penalty area. Barnsley man still got it, tight angle, pulls it middle of the goal, got to shoot and they're going to score. Barnsley, they worked it well, they got in down the York City left, no one cut out the Barnsley man in the middle, and it was an easy tap in from 6 yards. They've equalised at Barnsley, they probably don't deserve it, in fact they certainly don't deserve it, and that was a simple goal down the York City left, but they've got the equaliser. It's Barnsley 1, York City 1, and Barnsley are going to make a change.
That is such a blow, because there's only been one team in this, David. It's been York City. Barnsley haven't really been able to get to grips with York City's attack whatsoever, but I feel that was an avoidable goal. It was one simple pass in behind Malachi, Fagan Walcott, and then the pull back and the tap in. It wasn't a good goal. Or am I being harsh? Maybe from Barnsley's point of view it was, but it feels that York could have done better there defensively, and they don't deserve that, York, because they've been the better team by a street.
So better, the left back has come off.
Maybe that is the levels thing as well, you know, at the higher level a team's playing badly, that they still got that quality to produce a goal. But
replaced by Tenai Watson, the former Charlton, MK Dons and Reading player. It has to be an injury, you would have thought. What have they done? They've kept the same. In fact, they've gone to a 5 at the back here. Oh, he's gone to midfield, has he?
Yeah, but number five keeps dropping in and out.
He does, yeah. I think they've gone to match up York City with 3 centre-backs of Barnsley. So gone to a 5 at the back. City have the ball with Gray. Have to keep going forward here, you would have thought. 1-1. Gray tries to find Banks, intercepted though by the captain. Connell, Cleary gives away possession, and then it's won back by Gray. Late tackle goes in on Gray. The referee's given Barnsley actually the free kick there, and it's Gray that's injured himself.
How was that?
I have to be honest, I thought it was a foul, but the way that Gray went down, you thought he was going to give York City the free kick, but I think the referee again has got it right.
I thought Joe Gray went in to win the ball, and the Barnsley players come over the top. I might be wrong. The referee certainly seen it the other way, but Joe Gray certainly ended up the second best in that challenge.
Yeah, he's still down.
It felt like neither player really wanted to put the tackle in, but one foot went over the top of the other, and I think Joe Gray ended up on the wrong side of that.
That's what Ollie Banks is saying to the referee. Michael Barlow is up now, is Gray. He hobbles away. Arias Cleary is taking on some instructions from Richard Keogh down there, the assistant manager, former Derby centre-back. Well, a number of clubs he played for, didn't he, Richard Keogh?
Yeah, good career. Cut short by...
Yeah, left under a bit of
an instance.
A bit of a black cloud, didn't he, at his time at Derby. And Barnsley have it on the far side of the field. Now they're going to split it between the 3 centre-backs. But this is great credit to York City, the fact that Barnsley, after half an hour, have had to change shape to match York City up at the back. Bland plays it down to Cleary. Cleary is going to take on Gray once more. Gray does well to stop him coming forward, but then Cleary turns him. Able to get across into the box, a deep one. It's way too deep. It's over everyone as he drills that across. And he goes out for a throw in far side of the field. Former teammates taking on each other.
Yeah, good play by Joe Gray there. Defensively, he's been absolutely outstanding in attacking fashion, but there he had to defend and he did well.
Stuart Maynard not happy here and having a discussion with the linesman on this near side. He's cutting out the 4th official, the middleman.
Yeah, I wonder if he's a bit unhappy with the Joe Gray challenge just there, or if there's something else in the build-up to their goal. I'm not sure.
Kitchen for a throw in level the edge of his own penalty area, far side of the field.
He'll also be gutted because he knows his team have been the standout team in this opening 33-34 minutes, and he knows they should be winning this match right now, but they're giving a really good account of themselves so far.
Lays it off to Shepherd to Bland on this left hand side. So Bland's played as a holding midfielder in recent weeks. He's started at right back today and now he's at left back. Ball goes into touch and that'll be a York City throw in their defensive third that Gray gets ready to take, and he does back to Fagan Walcott. Fagan Walcott to Howe. Howe in his own penalty area gives it to Mail. And Mail, first time sensibly, dinks it out to the far side of the field for Kitchen, who just about keeps the bouncing ball in play. The linesman's flag stays down. Kitchen still has the ball, and then he's just run into trouble there as Mark Kitchen, and Barnsley can come forward, and they've got men coming forward here as well. Cleary into the centre of the field it goes. Shot's going to come in from the edge of the box, and it comes now, and Mail rooted to the spot. It's drifted wide of the post. What an opportunity that was. If that's the other side of the post, Harrison Mail is getting absolutely nowhere near that, and that's all because Mark Kitchen overran the ball and gave it away.
Yeah, that goal has given Barnsley a little bit of confidence, a bit of encouragement, and they are just starting to find gaps in and around that York City 18-yard box.
And Ollie Pearce has now got a yellow card for mouthing off at the referee.
He got to watch it.
Things have gone against York City here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they have.
I think I mentioned it, didn't I, 10 minutes ago? He's just got to be careful when approaching the referee. You can't berate them every opportunity, every decision they make, whether right or wrong.
Mail downfield, one in the air by Barnsley. On his far though is Ollie Banks, who's going to run towards the edge of the penalty area. Goes out to the right hand side. Banks gives it to Gray. He can put a first time cross in, and it comes now into the middle. Stones gets in front of his man, and goalkeeper has to dive away to his right hand side to gather. It was on target. Well played, Josh Stones and Joe Gray. Yeah,
fantastic. Ollie Banks as well in the build up there, finding Joe Gray, and Joe Gray not being shy. He's got confidence. He's going to put a decent ball in, decent delivery. He knows he's got, I want to say the big man, Josh Stones. He's a strong big lad, isn't he? So he's got a target there, and that's maybe a different feature for York City when Josh Stones plays.
Roberts.
He can put the ball in there, and you know he's going to put a challenge in.
Shepherd now to this left hand side to Bland, always looking for Cleary. Bland runs forward up towards the edge of the box. No one stopped him here. Now he gives it to Cleary. He's around the back. Poor cross in from him. He's offside as well. Can't be a free kick to York City at the back. The Rolter is trying to get in now. Joe Gray's gone down off the ball. I think his afternoon is over. That challenge down here before us is laid down. He's on his back. He's got his hands covering his eyes.
And I think he ended up on the under a foot, so the studs across the top of his foot, and you're right, I think it could signal injury afternoon.
I think he injured himself, Do
you?
I think he gave away the foul. Yeah, he mistimed his tackle. And he fouled the man, and then the man came down on top of him. I think the referee got it right. It's directly in front of where we were, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's now receiving treatment, and I think his afternoon is going to be done. So, on the bench for York City, Ryan Fallowfield.
I don't think it would take a
Joe Felix.
I think you're looking at this match right now, and Stuart Maynard knows that we've got the. Well, we certainly had the measure of this Barnsley side. Why not throw your first choice on? Whoever that is, get them on, because this game, right now, this game feels winnable for York City. It really does.
So he's still receiving treatment, is Gray.
Yeah, and the City players over here getting some more juice and instructions from the management team. And they'll be happy. Don't get giddy. Keep doing what you're doing, because the hard work, the work rate is really unsettling Barnsley. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep testing them, keep asking questions, and see where this cup tie goes, because, like I say, right now York City, I think there's been a better team by a clear margin, to be honest.
If Kilo Dunn hadn't scored, I think York City could easily say they've been dominated. Well, they have been dominating the game, haven't they? But they would have thoroughly deserved their lead. It is Joe Felix that's coming on. Kilo Dunn, it was his 7th goal of the season, by the way. He's Barnsley's leading goal scorer, the man who tucked it away nicely, but it was laid out for him on a plate, really. Here comes Joe Felix for York City. So it is a like-for-like change.
Yeah, and you know, Joe Felix has just watched this first half hour. He will feel that he'll have some joy out here on the right-hand side with Ollie Banks.
Yeah, they linked up well, haven't they, Gray and Banks?
Yeah, but really well.
1-1 then, with 6.5 minutes to go until the break in this FA Cup first round tie. Howe to Fagan Walcott. First time back to his goalkeeper, was on his heels, was Mail. He got there though before the on-rushing striker, and he clears downfield. Headed clear by Barnsley, almost all the way through, and last nipped tackle from Howe just about gets it off Keeler Dunn, the goal scorer, and Kitchen's able to clear. Again, that was all of York City's own doing.
Yeah, a little bit nervy. No need to be either. They've dominated at times here.
Across this near side, Bland to Cleary once more. Can Felix stop the cross coming in from Reyes? Cleary into the box he comes. Back, it falls back nicely, and then Felix wins the tackle against the former Hartlepool United loanee. Banks wins York City a throw-in. 1-1 it remains.
Yeah, good defending. Malachi, Felix, Banks, all snuffing the threat.
The danger is definitely down this left-hand side, though.
Cleary, yeah, it is.
Or the Barnsley left.
Yeah, and you can see Barnsley looking for him at every occasion.
Felix gets ready to take the throw-in. Down the line for Stones. He's having his shirt pulled up. Put back into touch by Shepherd. York City have another throw. They've made 3 or 4 yards. Felix goes back to Fagan Walcott. Fagan Walcott back to Mail under pressure once more. He's able to clear and gets a good connection on it this time. Connell at the back. Lays it off to Watson, the man who's come on as the third centre-back on the right-hand side of the 3. He's Tenai Watson. Back once more to Connell. Into midfield it goes, and now to Shepherd on this left-hand side. Shepherd back to Bland. Roberts, former Halifax man, in his second spell here at Barnsley. 7 years at Birmingham City for the big centre-back, and they've done well to work it out this near side to Russell. Russell again looking for Cleary. He goes to ground thinking it's a foul there. Banks has a word in his ear as he throws himself to the ground. Referee gives nothing, goes behind for a goal kick. It stays 1-1 with just over 4.5 minutes to go until the break. 81333 on the text if you want to get in touch. Start your message with the word York. 08000 333 321 on WhatsApp. Again, start your message with the word York at BBC York Sport. As Howe takes the goal kick to Mail, he goes long down the centre of the field looking for Stones. It's over his head though and goes all the way through to his counterpart Murphy Cooper.
Just looking at the number 3, John Russell there, he doesn't look like a natural striker, but has he got shin pads on? His socks are literally just above his boot.
Ankles.
Can you see that?
He also plays as an attacking midfielder and he wears the number 3.
Yeah,
so there's got to be a reason for that. It's an interesting.
It looks like a left back.
Yeah,
playing up front.
It does. Across this near side for Bland. Bland once more to Cleary in front of him. Felix can't stop the ball coming in, but Cleary can't control that cross. That's overhit and goes behind once more for a York City goal kick.
That's 3 now. Cleary, his crossing's either been too long or gone straight out. Something obviously I think Barnsley want him to work on if he's going to progress as a footballer. He's dangerous down this left hand side, but his crossing's been a bit shabby at times, to be honest.
York City taking a bit of time this time over the goal kick. Howe, again on the left hand side of the 6-yard box, lays it off across that line to Mail on the right hand side, and the referee's wanting that taken again for some reason. Not sure why, but they have done now. Back to Mail, and again I think he'll go long down the centre of the field. He does. Looking for Stones, is up there by himself, and again it's overhit and goes all the way through to the Barnsley goalkeeper. What's all that about, Ian Dunn?
Not quite sure there, because Harrison Mills launched it. Josh Jones was literally on his own. Even if he wins the ball, and let's be fair, it's a head-on or a flick down, there was no City players around him, so that was never actually going anywhere, that one.
Barnsley have it again on this near side with Bland. Bland gets past Banks, and then inside Felix it goes to Cleary. He puts a cross across the face of goal all the way to the far side of the penalty area, and it's kept in play over that far side. They got in too easy again on this left hand side there, did Barnsley, and now it's to the edge of the box with Connell. No one's closed him down. He's inviting him to shoot, and it takes a nick off somebody and goes behind for a corner kick. Why did no one close him down? Yeah,
I'm not sure about that one, but even go back 2 phases of play there, and Cleary just getting in. It's that ball, it's that you'd call it an incisive pass in between the centre back and the full back, and it's catching City out. Thankfully Cleary, it wasn't a bad effort that time, but he didn't do, he could have done more. He could have been more dangerous, that move, and City got to sharpen up with that and keep an eye on it.
Corner kick far side of the field then. Barnsley's first of this game. They go short and no one's tracked the man. They've got an overlap on that far side. Now it's dinged in deep to the far post. Barnsley win the first ball and the second. It's forced out the penalty area, still on this near side with Roberts. Roberts manages to lay it off back to Shepherd. Now they've got it in the centre of the field near halfway. Bland. Across it goes to Connell. Now to the right hand side. The goal scorer Keeler Dunn. Unusual seeing a Dunn on the score sheet, isn't it? Now this near side for Shepherd. Looking for Cleary. Cleary will get there in front of Stones. He does a nice little turn, pirouette to get away from him. Now a back heel to the edge of the area once more to Bland. He tries to send it across. It's intercepted and goes all the way back into Barnsley's own half of the field. They're going to have to go back to the goalkeeper. Instead they send it across the right hand side of the field, and it's Watson who has it. Watson this time gives it to Connell. Connell, the captain, gives it to Russell. And Russell to this left-hand side once more to Shepherd on halfway. City, everyone back behind the ball. Barnsley come into it a lot more since they got that equalising goal. Just seems to have rocked York City a little bit, and Shepherd's done really well to sell a little trick to Banks. Banks just looks as if to say, how have you done that and got it past me in such a tight confines of this near side touchline? But he did, and they're going to try to play it through York City in the edge of the area. They're almost managing to do so, intercepted at the last by Newby, and Newby, that was just hit and hope. Let's clear our lines, back over halfway, and Barnsley will start again. We're into the last 10 seconds of this first half. The board is being prepared beneath us.
Yeah, City just feeling the pressure now. Barnsley have definitely upped it in these last few minutes.
But to Cleary now, Bland to Cleary on this left hand side. He goes back to Bland, just on the edge of the box, now across the face. The penalty area, back to Bland in the box. They've still got it well intercepted though by Alex Hunt. 4 minutes goes up on the board, and again this time it's Alex Hunt. Anywhere will do, just hoops it downfield, and the goalkeeper is able to give it and lay it off to Shepherd. Shepherd, Roberts.
Alex Hunt was quite clever there. He knew there was nothing in front of him, so just don't get caught on possession of the ball and clear it.
Far side of the field, they're going to run at Newby. Newby, they passed Newby really easily. A little back heel, but well played, Ollie Pearce. First time, but then he didn't get it the second time. Cross comes in, header comes in on goal, and it loops into the air off the head of Russell. Mail is able to gather. 1-1 it remains with 3 minutes of the added 4 to go. Yeah,
it's the first real period of where you look at Barnsley and think, yes, listen, they're a dangerous side. And City, they've managed it quite well so far. Just that goal rocked City a little bit, as it probably you'd expect it to. But the sting just has gone from York at the moment. They're probably happy to get to half-time and hear what Stuart Maynard has got to tell them.
Yeah, just a shame they couldn't hold on to the lead more than the 7 minutes I think that they did have it for.
Yeah, that's the kicker.
Connell comes over halfway, inside right. Lays it off to Watson. Watson back to Connell. He's got him behind Stones, edge of the area. Nice little move this. And then it's intercepted by Kitchen. Into touch it goes for a Barnsley throw. Deep inside that York City half, far side of the field. They're just going to hold on to it for a second as Bland sorts his laces out. Now the throw-in's taken by Watson. Back to Roberts. He lays it off in the centre circle on the centre spot to Shepherd. Shepherd now to Bland on this left-hand side. He's got Cleary in front of him. Bland goes back once more to Shepherd. Shepherd. Diagonal ball up towards the edge of the York City penalty area, looking to get that over the head of Alex Newby. Does well, gets a little flick on it. He goes into touch by the corner flag for a Barnsley throw. We played 2 of the 4 now.
I wouldn't be amazed to see a long throw here, David, being launched into the box.
Well, Watson's taking it.
Yeah, they're going to swap for the long lad.
They are. Yeah, the long throw is going to come in from Roberts.
So important, City keep it solid. This is, they deserve at the very least this at the moment. So defend this throw in. I think then we'll get going into half time.
Suddenly there's a hush as well over Oakwell.
Yeah, there's a little bit of trepidation, a little bit of fear there.
Long throw, it didn't even do a run up, just literally pinged it into the penalty area there, into the edge of the 6-yard box. City struggling to clear, they do manage to. As far as Cleary takes the shot, great save from Harrison Mail, diving away to his left hand side. He wasn't closed down, he's giving Felix all sorts of issues here, is Reyes Cleary, and that'll be a corner kick to Barnsley.
What a save from Harrison Mail. He had to be alive to that one. There's only one place Cleary could hit it, but he was aiming for that top right hand corner. Harrison Mail's top left-hand corner. That is a cracking save, and City just under a bit of pressure here. They're going to have to defend this and try and get to half-time.
Connell once more gets ready to take the corner kick, the second Barnsley corner. City tried to see it out till half-time. Lots of men in that 6-yard box. City, everyone back in their own penalty area defending this corner. And it comes now into the near post. Howe gets his head to it and puts it back out for another corner.
Good head, Callum Howe. He needed to be there as well. It was right underneath the crossbar, and Harrison Mails headed it. It was going in, basically.
30 seconds to go until the break. City needing to keep this out the back of their net. Some of the York City fans start to head for the
you can feel the nerves
concessions
here.
Underneath that stand. I think they'd wait until this corner's come in. Referee just wants to have a word here. Some pushing going on in there.
Josh Stones, I think, and
surely not.
It's the big Barnsley centre half.
It is.
Roberts, is it?
Stones and Shepherd.
Yeah, Shepherd.
Corner kick then, far side of the field once more. This is it for this first half. And it comes now, deep onto the 6-yard box, one in the air by the Barnsley. Man City struggling to get it clear, and they do eventually hack it clear through Hunt. The half-time whistle goes. It's 1-1 between Barnsley and York City in this FA Cup first-round tie. It's York City the dominant force until Barnsley got their equaliser on the half-hour. It was Josh Stones, just 7 minutes before that, who gave them the lead with a lovely move down this right-hand side. Brilliant ball in from Banks onto the head of Stones, who controlled it really well and stopped the goalkeeper getting enough on it to keep it out of the back of his net. It was all City deserved at that point. But then they let Barnsley back in, and since the Barnsley equaliser, the home team have got on top and showed a bit of their quality, Ian Dunn.
Yeah, they have, and you'd expect Barnsley to at some stage show some quality, but for me there's only been one team in this really, and it's been York City, and that's not like an underdog tale. They've suddenly risen to the challenge. York City have played how they play, and it's been unsettling, unnerving for the Barnsley defence. They haven't at times known what to do. You could argue City maybe could be two up, maybe 3. You think Josh Jones was through, there was the Banks one, the newbie one. So City are playing really well as an attacking team, and they've looked good defensively, but they did get caught out with the Barnsley move. And maybe we've got to give Barnsley some credit there, because they are the team from a higher division. They should have that sort of quality in their ranks, and they did. They exposed City's frailty down the right hand side on that occasion and managed to get themselves back into the match. But I think Stuart Maynard was going in there and saying to his players, that was an outstanding first half. Can you do it again?
And for all the discussion before the game about why Joe Felix wasn't playing, Joe Gray, sadly for him, I thought he did really well, especially going forward until he had to go off injured. Barnsley have really attacked Joe Gray with Cleary, especially since Gray went off. Yes,
they have. I mean, Joe Gray, in recent weeks, he's starting to show the player that I'm sure the club knew they were signing. He's been just getting better and better every game. It's a bit gutting to see him go off injured, to be honest, because he was causing havoc down here. With him and Ollie Banks seem to have striking up a really good understanding. So it's over to Joe Felix now. We know how good Joe is, so hopefully he can strike that understanding with Banks up and give that Barnsley left hand side even more of a torrid second half.
So both teams having to make a change in that first half. Both teams because of injury. Well, York City because of an injury. I think Barnsley having to change their team because of the York City tactics. Now, I don't know how well they've researched York City here, but if they didn't realise York City were going to play with 3 centre-backs, I think they need someone new in their analysis department to Barnsley, because they've done it all season.
Yeah, I also think as a team, as a group of players, and it can happen when you play at a higher level and you're playing against a team from a low level, that you're not quite... They didn't look at the races. It's as if they didn't really know what to expect from York City. So someone has got something wrong there, because everyone could have told you they're going to come and have a go. Looking at that team, you got Newby and Gray on the wing as wing backs. York City are going to have a go at you. So yeah, Halifax. Coming back to last week there. Barnsley, I think, were caught out a little bit with the intent and the intensity that York City showed in the early stages of the first half. So yep, they've changed their tactics. You could argue it's worked since the tactical change that they did make. They've got themselves back into the game, and they've looked a threat at times. But for me, this is, if York City can go out and do that in the second half again, then Barnsley know they've got a game.
They certainly do. At Oakwell in this FA Cup first round tie at half time, it's Barnsley 1, York City 1.
On BBC iPlayer,
these dastardly traitors.
19 celebrities entered the Traitors' Castle.
I am a favourite.
But now, only 5 remain.
It's so close to the wire now.
I do feel changed by it.
I'm scared. Everyone's so vigilant.
It all comes down to this.
I can try and pull the rug from under their feet. Sorry, traitors. I'm coming for you.
The Celebrity Traitors Final. Thursday night at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
Every game live and getting you closer to your club.
BBC Radio York Sport.
BBC Radio York Sport, Pete Spencer here in the studio taking you through half-time. Second half commentary to come here on BBC Radio York, live from Oakwell, where at the break in the FA Cup it's currently Barnsley 1, York City 1. A header from Josh Stones gave City the lead after 24 minutes before. 6 minutes later, Davis Keeler-Dunn rolled the ball in to make it 1-1 at the break. It's also half-time in Nottinghamshire in our other FA Cup tie between Mansfield Town and Harrogate Town. What news, Tim Steer?
The half-time score here is League One Mansfield Town 1, Harrogate Town 0, and it was the League One side that took the lead very early on in the game. A low cross from the left-hand side by Stephen McLaughlin, low towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and Regan Hendry came in and just side-footed it home from 6 yards out, despite there being the presence of a couple of Town defenders there. And because of the strength that Mansfield have got today, making just 2 changes from their previous league game, where they are of course 8th in the League One table and on an unbeaten run of 5 games, you did start to wonder where this might go with Mansfield taking the lead early on. But credit to Harrogate Town, unlike in recent games, their confidence hasn't dropped. They have been trying to play good football. They've made some good tackles in the midfield to regain possession, but they've just lacked that killer edge really in front of goal. A couple of half chances. Stephen Duke McKenna with a left-footed effort from just outside the box, trying to curl it into the bottom corner, but put that one wide. Bryn Morris had an effort from outside the box, blocked inside the box as well by Mansfield Town. Mark Oxley was forced into another save, diving to his left-hand side after Nathan Mariah Welsh opened it up onto his right foot in the left side of the box. Good save from the keeper, and the follow-up was put up and over the bar. Harrogate Town have probably had a bit more of the possession, and a lot more of the game has actually been played in the Mansfield half, but they've just, as I say, not had that killer edge to find an equaliser. But considering how past games have gone and the fact that Harrogate Town fell behind early on, it could have very easily turned to 2, 3, maybe even 4 goals. But the fact there's just 1 goal between the two teams at the break should give them a little bit of a confidence boost. But much like in previous games, the next goal is going to be crucial. If Mansfield get it, you do worry that it's probably going to be game over. If Harrogate Town get it, then it's very much game on. Half-time score at Field Mill is Mansfield Town 1, Harrogate Town 0.
Thank you very much, Tim Steer. Also just gone half-time at Sandy Lane between Worksop Town and Scarborough Athletic. Andy Atkinson?
It's... Scarborough had the better of the early exchanges down here, Pete, and were creating opportunities, but just nothing that would change the scoreline. There was an early opportunity for Jack Waldron. Great long ball from Ryan Whitley, and Waldron went a long way downfield, got into the box and just got onto the ball and tried to chip it over the top of Tommy Taylor, the former Scarborough keeper, in the Worksop goal, and he just managed to back ball over the bar, and it was only just 4 minutes later that Alex Brown put a great cross in. Ball broke loose to Steve Walker 5 metres from the goal, and someone in the Worksop defence got a wonderful block in to prevent Scarborough taking the lead. Towards half time they sort of lost their way a bit. The game got very scrappy, and Worksop worked their way into the game through the work of Starchenko and former Harrogate player Joe Leasley in midfield. Just once or twice Steve Walker has gone early with his runs and been pulled by the linesman for offside, so that stifled Scarborough's ambitions a little bit. But we'll hope for better in the second half. It's still 0-0. Richie Bennett obviously is on the bench today and may well get a run later on. I think if the scoreline remains the same, I'm certain we'll see the former Scunthorpe striker out here. But at half time down here at Sandy Lane, it is Worksop Town 0, Scarborough Athletic 0.
Thank you very much, Andy Atkinson. Quite apt that we now switch our focus and look to rugby league, because in the Ashes at the moment in the second test, it's England 4, Australia 14. 2 quick second half tries from Cameron Munster and Hudson Young have edged Australia clear. It's about 55 minutes played in that one as well. The teams were level at half-time after 2 first-half penalties each for Nathan Cleary for Australia and Harry Smith converting for England. No tries yet for England in the second test, so at the moment it's England 4, Australia 14. We'll run you through some of the half-time scores around the leagues elsewhere shortly. Just turn your attention to the results locally at half-time in the Northern Counties East League Premier Division, where it is Tadcaster Albion 0, Sheffield FC 0, Knaresborough Town 0, Wombwell Town 1 at Mans Lane. Wombwell Town struggling at the bottom end of the Premier Division, so that would be a bit of a turn up for the books if they could get a result at Mans Lane. It is also Penistone Church 0, Pickering Town 2 at half-time. In Division 1, Harrogate Railway are 1-0 down away at Goole. Harrogate Railway on a 3-match unbeaten run in all competitions at the moment, and an early score. It was a 2 o'clock kickoff for Selby Town, and they lost 4-0 to Route 1 Rovers in that early kickoff. Also, a latest score in the Northern League where it's Northallerton Town 0, Marsk United 1 at the Calvert Stadium. So don't forget, your opinions and messages always welcome to the programme. You can text us 81333, start your message with the word York. On WhatsApp, we're on 08000 321 333, or you can tweet us at BBC York Sport. Let's get you a check on some of the other scores then at half-time, starting with the Premier League, where at half-time it's Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Leeds United 0, Burnley 0, Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 1, Brentford 0, Fulham 1, Wolves 0, Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester United 1, and the late game is Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea at 5:30, and then Liverpool against Aston Villa is your 8 o'clock kickoff. Three early kickoffs then for you in the Championship, where at full time it is Leicester City 0, Blackburn Rovers 2, excuse me, Norwich City 0, Hull City 2, and West Bromwich Albion 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
On BBC iPlayer,
These dastardly traitors.
19 celebrities entered the Traitor's Castle.
I am a favourite.
But now, only 5 remain.
It's so close to the wire now.
I do feel changed by it.
I'm scared. Everyone's so vigilant.
It all comes down to this.
I can try and pull the rug from under their feet. Sorry, traitors. I'm coming for you.
The Celebrity Traitors Final. Thursday night at 9 on BBC One and iPlayer.
BBC Radio York Sport. Pete Spencer with you. Apologies for that as I slightly lose my voice. Now we're going to talk rugby league for the next few minutes because York Knights have announced that Ollie Field will be remaining with the club for 2026 after signing a new deal. I've been catching up with Ollie earlier this week to talk about that new deal.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's always a big game against Bradford. I remember coming out, but I kind of remember that sticks in my head is coming out for the warm-ups, and they brought a lot of fans, and the atmosphere was so good, obviously from our fans and their fans, and it felt like a really big game, and obviously we did enough to win it, which was great. And yeah, just remember kind of the celebrations afterwards and knowing we were going to Wembley, and obviously a massive day for the club when we got to Wembley, and we put in a great performance there as well.
On the whole of it, it was a great season for the club, wasn't it? When you look back at the 1895 Cup victory, the 20-game unbeaten run, the League Leaders' Shield at the end of it. OK, you fell a little bit short in the grand final of coming away with a treble, but how do you reflect on last season as a whole?
Yeah, I think it took me a good 2 or 3 weeks to properly sit back and reflect on it, to be honest, after the way it finished. I think just an unbelievable year, like you said. How many times are you ever going to go 20 games unbeaten and win 2 out of 3 trophies? Obviously, the way it finished still stings a little bit, but especially in a couple of years' time, to get towards the end of my career, you can look back on this. I'm going to look back on this year as being one of the best of my career. I'm sure I will. So, a real special year, and a really good year for the club and for the group that we had. Yeah, it was pretty special.
So to sign a 2-year deal, was this a bit of a no-brainer for you, really?
Yeah, it was easy, mate, to be honest with you. Obviously, everyone knows the way the club's going, and then the kind of trajectory we're on is unbelievable. So, yeah, pretty easy decision, if I'm honest. Everything got ironed out pretty quickly. There's nowhere else I want to be, mate, to be honest with you. This club's got a pretty special place in my heart. So, I think the way the club's kind of improved from when I joined, even just 2.5 years ago, the way the club's improved and changed since then. Yeah, it just excites me for what's going to come, mate, and yeah, I'm looking forward to a pretty good couple of years, hopefully.
How excited are you about the prospect of playing in Super League next year as well? That's something that I know sort of in the background this year the club have been working forward to quite quietly, and then obviously as it approached nearer and nearer and the conversations were coming about expanding to 14 teams, you start to think, are the Knights going to be one of those 14 teams? Are they not? Where were you when you found out?
I was at work. We got a message about half an hour before the message came out. I'm a personal trainer, so I had all my clients asking me in the morning, "Do I know yet?" And I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure I'll find out the same time as everyone else." And then we got a message about half an hour before, so I remember it flashing up on my watch at work, and I just had a little smile to myself. So yeah, pretty good. It's always been on the kind of periphery of the year. The coaching staff did a really good job with us of just kind of making sure we were focused on the season and nothing else, and the next game kind of mentality. So. yeah, now we've got a bit of time off. You can kind of reflect and go, yeah, I'm proper looking forward to it.
How easy was that for the players to do? Is that something that you were talking about amongst yourselves in the locker room, or were you quite good about sort of compartmentalising it and not really kind of focusing on that?
Yeah, I think it's hard. I think it's impossible not to talk about it a little bit, obviously, especially in kind of rugby league where there's the possibility of transitioning from part-time to full-time. It's a big change in a lot of lads' lives. So, there's livelihoods and there's work and stuff like that to sort. So, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a few conversations about it, but I think that's more from an off-field kind of thing. I think on an on-field kind of perspective, it was always just next game mentality. Let's keep on winning. Let's keep this train rolling a little bit. So yeah, they're kind of a nice little balance in there, I think.
Well, that is Ollie Field speaking to me in the week. They're ready to get back underway in 2 of our commentaries today. We will then get David Ward to split off our commentary in the National League North between Scarborough Athletic and Worksop Town. So if you want to listen to Harrogate Town away at Mansfield in the FA Cup, that is with you on the BBC Sport website and app. If you want to listen to York City away at Barnsley in the FA Cup, then you can join David Ward and the former York City striker Ian Dunn on FM and on BBC Sounds. It's Make Your Mind Up time.
Every game live and getting you closer to your club.
BBC Radio York Sport.
Referee just checking with both sets of players here at Oakwell, getting ready for the start of this second half. No changes at the break. So York City have Mail in goal. Kitchen, Howe and Fagan Walcott are the centre-backs. The wing-backs are now Joe Felix after Gray had to go off. Alex Gray had to go off in that first half. And Joe Gray, and Alex Newby. Hiram Boat and Alex Hunt, Ollie Banks, Josh Jones and Ollie Pearce in the 11 at the minute for York City as they win a free kick, immediately from the kick-off. As Stones is fouled. Ironic cheers from the York City supporters. Free kick to York, just left of centre of halfway. For Barnsley, their goalkeepers Murphy Cooper. They've changed to 3 centre-backs. We've got Roberts, Shepherd and Ferrugia. Then further forward we've got Connell, Bland, Watson, Cleary, Russell, Keeler Dunn, their leading goal scorer who got today's equalising goal, and Kelly. So free kick to York. The York City supporters you can hear in the background once more. The York City supporters outnumbering the Barnsley supporters at this game today, which is a bit of a strange phenomenon against a League One side in their own backyard. And Hunt is over this free kick, 5 or 6 yards inside his own half. 1-1 then at half-time, bring Ian Dunn in the second. Alex Hunt sends this free kick long, up towards the edge of the box. Housing round the back, he managed to volley it across goal, but no, he doesn't get enough on it, and it goes behind for a goal kick. That was clearly a planned move as well, because he was up off his bench down there, was the York City coach Gary Elphick with his clipboard, and then when Callum Howe couldn't keep that volley in play, he looked to the heavens. Ian Dunn. He
did, yeah. He's clearly a move they thought about and put some effort into. And I mean, the ball from Hunt was pinpoint accuracy to Callum Howe. If Callum Howe gets it back across the box, I'd love to see the trouble it had caused.
Good tackle on that far side of the field from Ollie Banks. Afternoon to James, who's listening in the car at the supermarket, along with Bodie, Noah and Felix.
Nice to know that. Hope you're enjoying the match and the commentary.
It's better than shopping on a Saturday afternoon.
It certainly is.
Barnsley have it in the centre of the field, just inside the York City half. So they turn away from Ollie Pearce, who picked up a yellow card in that first half. That's a lovely ball over the head of Joe Felix. Going to be kept in play once more by Cleary. Then Felix does well to win the tackle. Not once, but twice as the block comes in and it goes out for a throw-in deep inside their half for York City on the far side of the field. Joe Felix, I think, could be quite busy in this second half, trying to keep Reyes Cleary out of trouble, really.
Yeah, it feels like Barnsley are going to really make Cleary sick of the ball. They're going to pump it to him. They're going to try and get the ball over Joe Felix's head. Yep, Joe Felix will have an afternoon ahead of him here. He's going to have to be on his toes, on his guard, and play like we all know Joe Felix can.
And Banks gets the better of the Cleary over that far side. That's a nice ball forward for Stones, but he can't do much with it as he tries to flick it infield, and the red shirts have it once more. Barnsley starting off on the front foot at the start of this second half. Nice crossfield ball, but that's intercepted by Kitchen to Newby. Hasn't seen too much of the ball here today so far, Alex Newby. Kitchen gives it back to Mail. It was Alex Newby's 2 goals at Rochdale, of course, that took City through to this first round of the FA Cup.
Most of the games have been down our right and their left hand side, so Newby hasn't actually been able to get into the game as much as I'm sure he would want to.
That's a nice pass around the corner from Banks to Fagan Walcott, who's bursting forward. Over halfway he comes, got Felix outside of him, and he gives it to Felix, or tries to give it to Felix, slightly overhit, and that's going to go behind for a corner kick for York City. And there's a tackle on Felix, who's rolling around on the floor.
Yeah, Joe Felix does not go down easily, and he just got caught there. It was a thumping challenge. I think a fair one. But he's come out second best there, Joe Felix. I'm not sure if there were studs up or not. I'd like to see it again if possible. But
boost from the York City supporters behind the goal. The referee says to the York City physio, you don't need to come on, so Felix will be okay.
Yeah.
Time for second half of Scarborough Athletics match. If you're listening to that, Andy Atkinson is ready for you now.
Yeah, Joe Felix it was a fair but very strong challenge. I think he's just come off second best.
So corner kick to York City that Hunt has gone across to take. In the distance you can see lots of trees on the hills of South Yorkshire. Some wind turbines in the distance behind the floodlights.
It's a lovely view, isn't it? It really is.
Hunt going to be outswinger, raises his left arm. And it comes now. It's a deep one. And there's a whole blocking going off all over the place here. Howe wins the first header, not the second. Then there's a foul on the edge of the box. Banks and a Barnsley man. Now there's a bit of pushing and shoving, and the rest of the players are all getting involved. Ollie Pearce needs to walk away from this, and he's been dragged away by Josh Stones. He's already on a yellow card. Stupid from Pearce to try and get involved in that. And now the players have all broken up. The referee's calling someone back. It won't be Pearce. Who's he calling back here? It's Banks he wants.
It's all about nothing. I think Banks and the Barnsley player just got tangled with each other.
They were just blocking each other off, weren't they, outside the penalty area, stopping each other, and they both went to ground. It was Banks and Watson, the substitute who came on in the first half. The referee's having a talking to. Why is Ollie Pearce getting involved?
I have no idea, and he's got to be so careful.
It won't matter if he's the captain. You can maybe you get a little bit more leeway because you're allowed to go and talk to the referee, but there's no need for him to get involved there.
It comes to something when Josh Jones is pulling you away, telling you to calm down.
That is true.
So, well done, Josh. Well done, lad. He saved his strike partner. But, yeah, a bit of trouble there. He's got to be careful, Ollie Pearce. I love his enthusiasm. I love that he challenges for everything, but be sensible as well.
Free kick to Barnsley, 1-1 here, BBC Radio York. Intercepted by Felix at the edge of his own penalty area. It falls to a red shirt, and it's that man Cleary on the far side. He's got past Felix again. In comes the ball into the middle. Header by the Barnsley man, into the arms it goes of Harrison Mayle. Listen to BBC Radio York on this Saturday afternoon on BBC Sounds and on our FM frequencies. 103.7 if you're in York, 104.3 if you're towards Harrogate, 95.5 if you're on the coast. And that's headed back once more to the Barnsley goalkeeper by the big centre-back Jack Shepherd. They have it at the back. Shepherd gets it off Roberts. Now a little bit more incisive with the passing here for the home team. We've clearly been given a bit of a flea in their ear at half-time, despite finishing the last third of that first half on top.
On the front foot, I would say, wasn't it? Front foot, Barnsley certainly left the first half probably feeling a bit better about themselves, because that first 30 minutes they were second best.
Cleary, long diagonal ball from him to this near side, looking for Ferrugia, and he's going to get there as well. Towards the corner flag he goes. Newby tracks him. He's got past Alex Newby way too easily. Pulls it back. There's no one back in the 6-yard box. What is City going to do here? They're now getting men behind the ball. They're trying to walk it in Barnsley, and it's been forced out of the penalty area back to this near side. Ferrugia picked up now in midfield. Cross it comes to Watson. Watson across the face of the penalty area. Boateng doing his best to get a tackle in, but just can't get there. Now it goes across to Shepherd. Shepherd back to Connell. Robin. Down the line it goes from Roberts. Edge of the penalty area. Roberts once more. And a force back here. All the York City voices you can hear in the background as Watson has the ball. Gives it to Roberts once more. City got everyone back in their defensive third. On this left-hand side, the red shirts keeping hold of possession nicely.
The noise the City fans are creating, David, is frightening. It's fantastic, and it can only be a good positive effect on the players. They know the players are under a bit of pressure.
Long ball down to Cleary, takes on Felix. Felix gets there and puts it behind for a corner kick. That was a lovely ball for Cleary to take down in his stride. He burst into the penalty area and Felix got a block on, and it's an early corner in the second half now to the home side. 1-1 it remains.
It's as if Barnsley have woken up. The manager had a good, I'd imagine, a few choice words at half, but they are certainly on top right now, and City fans have noticed that. They've recognised that, and they're trying to get behind the team and support them through this little bit of a patch.
Cleary's about to put the corner kick in from the far side. Ian has to do a bit of a sidestep to get away from this pillar that's blocking his view of the goal. raises his right arm, does Cleary, and it comes now on top of the edge of 6-yard box, free header at the back post into the arms, and it's gathered by Harrison Mill, who runs to the edge of his area and then bowls it out to Hunt. City on the break here. Hunt it is, the furthest forward for City. He needs to pick out a pass if he can. Still got it. Across to Banks. He can't control the ball first time. Hunt wants a free kick, and the referee will give York City a free kick. Centre of the field, but a good 45 yards from goal.
Yeah, brilliant play from Hunt. He's carried the ball. He didn't really have anywhere to go, but he's carried it into a sensible position. He's won the foul. He's done well, really well there, Alex Hunt.
And a yellow card for Russell, who's been booked for bringing down Alex Hunt. The referee's saying you stop the momentum of the move. He goes into the book. This is a free kick, not too far dissimilar from the one that we've seen on social media this week from the last time that York City played here at Oakwell. That Michael Coulson free kick, probably the best free kick I've ever seen York City score from here that night.
Well, if Alex Hunt was to strike one from here, I think this would take that mantle, because I think it's too far for a shot, David.
It's at least 35 yards, is this? Right in the centre of the field.
Yeah, can't see it, to be honest, but you never know.
The referee's calling 2 yellow cards. Now there's a yellow card as well for Roberts for mouthing off.
Lost their heads a little bit, Barnsley. We have them rattled. York City have them rattled.
Joe Gray, we can see having a cup of tea or coffee in his York City tracksuit, just walks along the front of the stand beneath us here and goes to sit down alongside Ash Palmer, who's got a big brace that virtually covers the whole of that leg that he's injured.
Yeah, he's obviously well, it is. It's 3 months. It's a serious knee injury, and clearly he's going to keep that braced up, looked after, and hopefully come back fitter and stronger when he recovers.
Well, Banks is thinking about having a shot here.
I mean, well,
set up a 2-man wall about 5 yards in front of the D. That's how far out this free kick is. Taken short to Hunt. Now it's dinked in by Newby, headed clear by Barnsley. Not a great headed clearance though. Edge of the area, appeals for handball, and the referee gives a push against Callum Howe.
I didn't see a push in there, I've got to be honest. There's crikey. You look at every corner, there's hands and pushes and shovels all over the shop. I'm not sure Callum Howe did much wrong there.
We're stealing a few yards here as well, or trying to steal a few yards of Barnsley with the free kick. The referee makes them go back, and now they take it in the edge of their penalty area into midfield. Connell's got a lot of space to run through the centre circle, and he does. Stones does well to get back in. Now down this right hand side it comes. Perugia tries to take on Newby, still keeps hold of the ball somehow, and that's a nice ball infield to Connell. Connell 30 yards from goal into the centre of the park to Bland, to Russell, who's just picked up that yellow card. Now it goes to Cleary on the left hand side, and Felix puts the tackle in and goes out for a throw in level with the York City penalty area. 1-1 it remains in this FA Cup first round tie. Throw in taken immediately. Back it goes to Shepherd. Going to go towards the edge of the York City penalty area, slowly but surely, Barnsley here. Tackle comes in from Fagan Walcott, but still the red shirts keep hold of possession. Just outside the penalty area still. City, everyone bar Josh Stones back behind the ball. Now across this near side. Here comes Watson, Ferrugia. He comes infield, tries to get past Boateng. Into the box it comes, intercepted by Fagan Walcott, but they're winning the second balls now at Barnsley. They're increasing the tempo, increasing the pressure at the start of this second half. 11 and a half minutes gone in this second half, but still 1-1. As things stand, extra time and penalties on the horizon, but still long way to go before we get to that.
Yeah, it's one of them periods of the match where City have just got to dampen the enthusiasm of the opposition and hopefully get through it unscathed.
Goes towards the byline, little ball infield, gets it back through in the penalty area, still got it, gets past Boateng, can't put the shot in. Shot is then comes in and it's charged down by York City, but they're giving away possession on this near side. Straight back it's going to come from Keeler Dunn, the man who got the goal. He puts it to the edge of the area and they've skipped past the first man into the 6-yard box. They're trying to walk it in Barnsley. Good block. City just had so many men back behind the ball there as they tried to do that. And Stones does brilliantly. Can he feed it across the right side? City on the break. He can. Banks from halfway through on goal. Ollie Banks into the penalty area. Goalkeeper comes to meet him. Oh, and he blocks with his legs as Banks tries to slide it past him. Again, he should have dinked it over him. What a massive opportunity for York City.
Josh Stones has done so well there, David. Strength, determination, and then a quality pass. He's seen Ollie Banks to his right, and Ollie Banks has done well. He's got into position. The keeper's pulled off a good save. Yes, could he have dinked the keeper? It was far enough out to dink the keeper, but again, that's a real good reminder to this Barnsley side that York City are still here.
Newby back to Kitchen on halfway, who goes back to how York City have had the two gilt-edged chances in this game.
Big
Stones
chance
in the first half and Banks in the second.
One-on-ones with the keeper. Great football.
Equaliser for Harrogate at Mansfield Town. Listen to the York City supporters behind the goal that York City are now shooting towards in this second half. What a cup tie.
What a noise. What a noise. Absolute credit to the club.
Boateng.
Every week, but today they're so noisy.
Back to Howe. Howe to Hunt, who's last man for York City here, into midfield, and he gives away possession to Cleary, and then the tackle comes in from Boateng, and one back by Felix on that far side. Now Banks for York City once more on the break. Over halfway they come. A Barnsley man goes down off the ball, given to Felix on the right hand side. He's got Pearce inside him for Joe Felix. He keeps hold. It's the penalty area goes Joe Felix. Now to Pearce, back to goal, the penalty spot. CS past one man, tries to take on the shot. Oh, and he's just wide of goal on the stretch. Stones couldn't get there. City want a penalty or a corner. All that's been given is a goal kick, and the Barnsley man's down at the back. It's Shepherd.
Brilliant football again from York City. My word, they are playing like a team possessed here at times. Yes, Barnsley have been slightly the better at the start of the second half, but City in the last few moments have really shown what they can do as an attacking team. And do you know what? A little bit of luck, we could be out of sight here. We could. City have just got to keep doing what they're doing because it's good.
Again, it's just the composure in front of goal.
Yeah, but you know, exactly that. But if you don't score every chance you create, but if you can get the majority, then you can have a chance. And City have just got to keep producing, keep making these chances, and one of them will go in.
City's players coming across to take on some drinks as Shepherd still down, getting treatment on that left leg. Some of the Barnsley players are coming across as well to take on instructions. So 1-1 here between Barnsley and York City. 1-1 now at Field Mill between Mansfield Town and Harrogate Town in the FA Cup. Stephen Duke McKenna with the equalising goal there for Simon Weaver's side. And will Jack Shepherd, former Pontefract Colliery's defender, be able to carry on here? We'll find out in a second. Here's where City had that bit more belief. Just get the ball under control in front of goal.
Yeah, that's the one thing, isn't it? And that's, you get that with experience and the talent is there, David. The quality is there. It's like you say, that when you need to be composed, when you need to pull out something out of the bag that changes games. And City at times they've had chances today to do just that, but you can't stop the determination to make more of these openings because one of them will go in. They've just got to keep believing that something will come because they are cutting through this Barnsley side.
They might have to go off here, the defender. He's still lying down on his back, having work done on that left leg. The York City supporters away to our left-hand side, still in fine voice. Philippa and Thomas listening in back in York. Another quiet Saturday afternoon. Still getting treatment. Have they got anyone stripped? They take it. They sort of dragging this out until they can get a substitute ready to come on here, Barnsley.
Yeah, I reckon.
Now he's been told by the referee, you've got to get up. We can't continue with this all day. He's dragged to his feet by the physio. The referee's now standing over him again, saying, well, you need to come off. Whether it's permanently or just the 30 seconds, we'd like to get this game back underway. Yeah, he's now put his arm around him as well to help him off the field here, the referee. He's going off at the far side.
Was that the Barnsley centre half?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Shepherd.
There's a rumour they're signing a young centre half in the next few days.
Is he going to be any good, do you think?
I think he's got a chance. He's got the right attitude, got the right grounding. He's a good player.
Does he come from good footballing stock?
He comes from, well, yes, he does. Yeah, not directly, but certainly he's had all the encouragement. And I know his family are very good at sport, so yes, he's got half a chance.
You're saying York City have missed out on a player who's gone to Barnsley instead?
That's
quite possible.
That's quite possible, yes. And good luck to Callum when he does get there, if he's listening.
So he's off the field. Barnsley down to 10 temporarily here. Goalkeeper takes the clearance. Headed in field. Kilo Dunn gives it back to Russell. And now City win it back. And Boateng to Pearce, who's dropped into sort of like a holding midfield role there. Back it goes to Harrison Mayle.
And City mustn't let that break disrupt what they're doing, because what they're doing is it's on the money at the moment.
Howe, Kitchen back once more to Mayle. The referee still not allowing the Barnsley centre-back back on. I was saying you spent so much time down, we're going to have to wall. That's at least 30 seconds surely now. But he's still not on. Still down to 10 men, the home team. City should try and get this forward. Hunt, now he's allowed back on. They're back up to the full complement, but he hardly looks comfortable. There's a bit of a hobble as he comes on. That's a nice ball for Pearce, control in his chest. Round the corner, he gives it to Newby. Now it's Boateng, back to Newby. Pearce on the left-hand side of the penalty area. He dinks across the back post, looking for Stones, headed away by Barnsley. He fouls Felix on the angle. Takes a shot, blocked on the line by the defender who'd beaten the goalkeeper. Boateng in the box, now back to Banks. Banks dinks it into the middle. Hacked clear to the edge of the area to Kitchen. Told to shoot by the fans. He does, and he's heading to the far corner. It's blocked again. Fagan Walcott over the bar into the York City fans behind the goal.
Wow. City are absolutely dominating again. The fans know it. I'm not just on about York's fans. Everyone in this stadium knows it. York City are here, and they are giving Barnsley the fright of their life right now. If they can take one of these chances, David, I can't see how Barnsley get back on the gas, because City are all over them.
They're going to make a double change here with the home team to try and get back in the ascendancy. They have a goal kick. They need a ball first, and he's gone down again now as the defender. This is ridiculous. In the first half, they were time wasted in going down off the ball so they could have new meetings or team meetings down there. Now they've done it again in the second half, so they haven't got the substitute ready, even though it's been clear for the best part of 5 minutes he was going to have to go off.
League One Barnsley are hanging on here. That's what's happening, and they know it. And
now it's calling all these players across as well.
They're trying to take the sting out of the match because they know that City are biting right now, and they're just trying to. Yeah, you probably would do, being the team that's expected to win, who are actually getting. They're second best for most of this game.
Ollie Pearce having a bit of a laugh with Hiram Boateng. Whatever Ollie Pearce had just said to Hiram Boateng, Ollie Pearce thought was hilarious. Boateng didn't even flinch. He didn't crack a smile.
It's a cool customer. Internally, I'm sure he's giggling.
He's up now, is Shepherd. Right, the change is being made here. It's Rooney that is coming on.
No, is it Jürgen Nathan as well? He's the lad who played against us. Jürgen Nathan, isn't it? It was at Oldham last season.
Jake Rooney. That's a straight replacement for Jack Shepherd at the back. He's on loan from Derby County as Rooney. And it's Vimal Jürgen Nathan, who scored in that playoff semi-final for Oldham at the LNER, who's coming on for, is it Russell? It is John Russell, and he's been booed on by the York City supporters.
Booed on?
Jürgen Nathan.
Yeah, of course. We don't forget. I think he scored. Did he score? He did score, didn't he?
Yeah, he got the second goal.
Yeah. Well, so Callum
straight down the tunnel down that far end of the ground is Shepherd. Goal kick once more to Barnsley. How long have we played? 20 minutes in this second half. There's been a lot of injury time though, there will be. Still 1-1, City on top. Onto the head of Callum Howe it goes. He heads it back over halfway. Picked up though by Jürgen Nathan. Tackle comes in at him by Boateng, and it's a foul tackle. Free kick to the home team. Just inside the York City half. 1-1. Josh Stones gets back and stops the quick free kick being taken.
He's been superb today, Josh Stones. His work rate has been absolutely out. Well, they all have. They've all worked their absolute socks off for the team.
Oh, Pearce couldn't dive in there for the tackle. He thought about it for a second, but he's on the yellow card, is Ollie Pearce. And the Kitchen slips, and it's played back to Roberts.
We've been so on top, it feels like we're winning. We're not. we need to take one of these
forward
chances.
Into the penalty area. Felix wins the header at the edge of the area. No one's marking the men in red though, and the shot comes in from 20 yards, and Mayle's able to dive to his right hand side and gather quite safely. 1-1 it remains.
Yeah. And City again.
That's a good throw out from Mayle to Felix, whose first touch wasn't the greatest, but he still manages to get away down the right hand side. Then the tackle comes in from Cleary, who wins it back for the home team. He plays it off and lays it off in field for Connell. Connell needs someone in front of him, a bit of movement. He has to go back instead, and they have it once more at the back now with Rooney. Across to the left hand side. Rooney tries to play it through to Jürgen Nathan. He gives it out to the left wing. Back it comes in for Cleary. Good tackle comes in. Stones gets it for York City. He gives it to Banks. Banks needs someone in front of him. Banks infield, it goes to Felix. Felix goes forward looking for Stones. Stones will get there as well. He's got Pearce in the middle, but he's got the defender to beat first as Josh Stones near the corner flag. Turns back away from goal. Then goes back towards the corner flag. Josh Stones gets past his man. Can put in a deep cross, but it's a poor cross. It goes behind. That'll be a goal kick.
Yeah. He's done ever so well there, Josh Stones. It just ran out of... In fact, he's just stretching his calves there. He's put a big shift in. For someone that hasn't played many minutes this season, relative minutes against everyone else, he's put a real shift in this afternoon and just ran out of space to get the cross in there.
He's limping a little bit as well. I think it's cramp, isn't it? I won't be surprised if he has to go off relatively soon, Josh Stones.
Well, let's hope not, because he has caused Barnsley all sorts of problems this afternoon. He really has.
Barnsley come forward, playing out from the back, up to halfway. Roberts. Good tackle from Boateng, who wins it back for York City. Stones, now to Pearce. Stones is hobbling at the back here. York City have a throw in just over halfway.
Just hope it's just a touch of cramp.
And he's going down now, stretching out those legs
cramp.
as well, is Josh Stones.
Yeah.
Stuart Maynard says to him, "Are you okay?" He gets up. City take a quick throw in. They probably didn't need to there. Kitchen, and then Kitchen has to go all the way back to Harrison Mayle, who was under pressure from Jürgen Nathan, and he clears down the right hand side of the field, looking for Felix. Felix won't get on the end of that though. He's pinged that a little bit too long, and it goes into touch as it's allowed to go over the line by Bland.
Yeah, you can get rid of cramp. So Josh Stone manages to get a little bit of time, stretch them calves off, and get over it because he's been absolutely.
Can't believe you ever got cramp. I suppose you did a lot of running around.
Cramp? Oh, I never got cramp. Far too fit for that.
Down this right hand side. Barnsley come forward. Ferrugia.
I remember John Byrne as a kid used to get cramp midway through every second half in his early stages. Yeah, just one feature. I remember John Byrne as a young player, and it's just because he's putting so much effort in as a youngster.
Forward to Cleary. Fagan Walcott does brilliantly though against him. Wins it back for York City. Gives it to Felix. Felix has lost it though to Jürgen Nathan, and then he brings down Jürgen Nathan, does Joe Felix. And this is a dangerous looking free kick on that left hand side for the home team. 2-1 now to Mansfield Town against Harrogate Town in the FA Cup. Still 1-1 here though. Open, entertaining game with York City being dominant for long periods in this game. Barnsley though have the free kicks. The City have got some defending to do here as darkness starts to descend on Oakwell. The clock's going back last week.
Yeah, it's dark pretty early now.
Free kick then. Everyone lines up right on the edge of the penalty area. Wide left. In it comes now into the middle of the box. Fagan Walcott gets there, flicks it away from goal, and it's going to be kept in play on this near side by Mark Kitchen. It's boxed in a little bit here as Mark Kitchen needs to get rid. Should have got rid first time. Goes behind off the attacker for a goal kick.
Yeah, he walked himself into trouble there, Kitchen, and Newby was giving him an option. Newby or Pearce were giving him an option just to find it down the line, and he just dawdled that little bit much. And against opposition like this, that's the one thing they don't let you do is have too much time on the ball.
York City substitutes are up, warming up. At least some of them are. Ryan Fallowfield's down there having a chat with one of the Barnsley subs. So too is Ben Brooks. McGoldrick's up down there as well. They won't want to be using him though, Barnsley, if they don't need to, but as things stand they may well have to. Downfield it goes from Mayle, and it's the red shirts that have it at the back with Watson. Watson comes into midfield and then lays it off to the far side of the field to Bland. Still got it. Now Cleary's got him round the back easily on the near side. Across the penalty, face the penalty area, and it hits the back of the Barnsley man who got in front of Callum Howe, and City are able to clear up towards halfway, and Stones has been penalised by the referee for just holding on to the shirt of his man.
Yeah.
And now there's going to be changes down here, and it is Josh Jones that's coming off for York City. He's been excellent today.
He really has. He's been outstanding, and he has done his cause no harm with that performance this afternoon, and he's given Stuart Maynard a real option going forward this season, because Ollie Pearce hasn't looked out of sorts on this left hand side as well. He has played his part, and I think Stuart Maynard needs Ollie Pearce to accept, if he wants to play Josh Stones down the middle, can you play on the left? And he can. And now Ollie Pearce is going to play down the middle, so he's going to still get a chance to play as a striker. But that is a real option for Stuart Maynard going forward. I think looking at the huddle there,
he gets a big hug as well. He just shakes his head to Josh Jones saying, I couldn't do any more.
No, he's shattered, poor lad. He's done everything he possibly could in the minutes he's had there this afternoon. I'll be amazed if he doesn't start the next league game. I think this team today has given Stuart Maynard a real option.
And that next league game is on Wednesday night. A game, of course, you'll be able to hear on BBC Radio York City at home to Gateshead. Greg Ollie, another one you may see starting there against his former club.
Let's see. I suppose, don't look too far forward. We're only midway through this match, but that team selection for Stuart Maynard on Wednesday will be in his mind at 6 o'clock tonight, won't it?
And then York City have another long trip next Saturday back down to Southampton to take on Eastleigh.
You love a trip to Southampton, don't you?
Love a trip to Southampton, Ian. Never away. Back it goes to Harrison Mayle. That's a nice ball out up to halfway for Banks. City coming forward on the break. Banks comes in field up towards the penalty area, gives it out wide right to Felix. Felix gets across the box onto header volley just over his head. I think he might have got something on it, and then it hits the defender. Good defending from Barnsley behind for a York City corner kick.
Wow, what football from back to front. It was a flash that Barnsley just could not defend against. Harrison Mail out to Felix. I think the ball was put in by
Felix.
Help me out here, Felix. And Greg Ollie. What an introduction that would have been. His first touch of the ball could have ended up in the back of the net. He's won the team a corner though.
Listen to the York City fans again behind the goal.
Brilliant.
Around about 2,700 of them. The largest away following, I think, since the Bolton FA Cup game back in 2011. And it comes now from Hunt onto the penalty spot, over the head of virtually everyone, but can Fagan Walcott make something of it? No, he can't. And Barnsley are able to clear. Into touch, the Hopes, a poor clearance. It stays 1-1.
The fact that their clearances are not finding a Barnsley man, they're going out for throw-ins, they're going through to Harrison Mail. It shows you that they're really rattled. They're not quite sure how to get out and how to get back into this. Sorry, it's 1-1. They're still in the match. But
that's a nice ball from Hunt to
best.
Ollie. Takes it on the turn. Sends it to the left-hand side to Newby. Just concerned, I suppose, you've got to take your chances against higher-level opposition. York City certainly haven't done that today.
Yeah, because you know that when they get a chance, the likelihood is they'll probably take it. And that's maybe a slight difference, but this performance from City, there's nothing negative about it.
Are you concerned about the amount of chances they are missing in recent games? Because they're missing an awful load of chances.
They are, but
that's got to be a foul. It's come through straight through the back there of Pearce.
I'd be a lot more concerned, David, if they weren't creating the chances.
City take the free kick quickly to Felix on the right hand side. He runs forward towards the edge of the penalty area. Felix, and then he's taken out just on the edge of the box. Right. And that'll be a free kick to York. Again, they can send everyone forward into the box. Those York fans trying to suck the ball into the net down that end of the goal.
Just going back there, David, they are creating chances. Like I say, be much more concerned if they weren't creating them. Yes, they're not scoring as many as you'd like them to score, but the facts are it's all for everyone to see. We are a creative side. The chances will start to go in, and when they do, my word, we'll probably give some teams a hiding. I mean, Barnsley are lucky not to have had a hiding this afternoon.
And Banks is over it. So too is Boateng. Right hand corner of the penalty area as we look. It's about 3 or 4 yards away from the right hand corner. A 2-man wall to try and stop a direct shot at goal. Banks raises his left arm.
Greg Ollie
leaves it for Boateng, and it comes now deep round the back. Goalkeeper leaves it because it's been overhit and goes out for a goal kick. That's a waste from here on Boateng.
Yeah, in a good position as well. It's a free kick that could have caused Barnsley problems, and he's just hit it too hard there, here on Boateng.
Barnsley get the game underway quickly. Half an hour gone in the second half. 15 minutes to go. Plus a lot of injury time as Barnsley come forward. Still 1-1 here on BBC Radio York. Both goals in the first half. Farrugia round the corner for Watson. He's round the back now. Back to Farrugia it goes. Good interception from Greg Ollie, but the red shirts have it again. The edge of the area. Play through into the box. Free shot goal. Oh, it's blocked on the edge of the 6-yard box by Fagan Walcott. I think Mail was struggling. That's great defending to get back in place from Malachi Fagan Walcott, and City escape. And then there's a late clip of the heels by Banks, and that'll be a free kick to the home team. Centre of the field, but about 45 yards from goal. They've taken it quickly. City have got to stay switched on. They weren't initially, but they are now. A few of them turned away and weren't watching as that free kick was taken. Back out to this right-hand side it goes to Farrugia. He'll put a left-footed cross in. No, he keeps hold of it. Round the corner it goes. Laid off back to him, the edge of their box. Now he tries to dink it through. The throw on goal, and they're going to score on the right-hand side. The flag stays down. He took that goal really, really well, did Keeler Dunn, as they played it through. City appeal for offside. Nothing given. And Barnsley lead by 2-1. It's York City that are heading out of the FA Cup as things stand.
Football's a cruel game at times, David. We just said, didn't we, that the difference might be taking your chances, and Barnsley's quality there was there for all to see. The move was, it's just a good goal. Really hard to defend against, and that's a cruel blow, because City have been the better of the two sides, I think, by a street, and they've created chances, probably better chances than the one they've just scored, and that's maybe the difference. We haven't managed to take them this afternoon, but they're still in this match. It's 2-1. They can create some more chances. Barnsley know that they're susceptible at the back. City must know they're susceptible at the back as well, so game on still.
Can City come back from this? They'll have to take chances now. Howe has it at the back. Certainly don't deserve to be losing.
No,
I mentioned just a minute ago, that was always the concern. They've missed so many really good chances here today. At least 2 clear-cut chances. Probably a third, actually, with the header from Ollie. I just don't think he got enough on it. They have it at the back now with Kitchen. It is Ollie now to come forward down this left-hand side. Forward to Newby, who's fouled, is he? No. Yes, he is. Eventually, the free kick is given. I think given by the fourth official, actually.
Yeah, he said that. It's definitely a foul, referee, and the referee put his whistle to mouth. But since you got to raise it again, you know, it's 2-1 the FA Cup, you're still in it.
Hunt. Across it goes to Fagan Walcott. Now to Hunt once more. His first touch lets him down, but he still keeps hold of possession. Fagan Walcott, Felix round the corner. Trying to be a bit too intricate over there, and it goes into touch for a Barnsley throw.
There's plenty of time for City to get back in this match. They mustn't feel like they've been caught out. They mustn't feel upset that they haven't taken their chances that and Barnsley have. They must still believe that they can get another goal and get back in this match. The next goal, obviously, is absolutely vital.
Throwing down the line then from Barnsley, over halfway it goes. Too far, and Callum Howe is there to play it back to his goalkeeper. He's got to control the bouncing ball here as Harrison Mail. He does well, and he gives it calmly to Kitchen. Kitchen up towards halfway. This game finished 2-2 in pre-season at the LNER. City looking to make it 2-2 again here. He's been held, is Newby, arm round him. That should really be a yellow card against Farrugia, but nothing's given by the referee.
Oh, get up. Look, Farrugia's going down here to try and slow the game down. Oh, and referee's he's by it? No. Good. Well done.
Hunt. Across to Fagan Walcott. Now to the right-hand side to Felix. Back it goes to Fagan Walcott, who's coming forward. Back to Felix, just couldn't get there on the stretch. He throws himself to ground as Cleary. I'm not sure he's caught, is he, up against Banks? But Banks is going to see yellow. He must have been, because he's not complaining, Ollie Banks.
Maybe just caught him a little bit late. He's fine, Cleary. He's gone down like the sack of spuds. But he's okay. But he's taking his time now. Oh my word. His teammates just ran over to him and said, just stay down, slow this game down, because they're still wary of what York City can do to them.
He's up now, though. He's Rest Cleary. Now a free kick at the back on the left-hand side to Barnsley. They lead by 2-1. It's Rooney, it's gone across to take the free kick. Jake Rooney into midfield to Connell, gets it back and then goes back to his goalkeeper, and he clears downfield. Cleary's offside. Directly in line with where we are.
Yeah, well defended, York City.
Howe back to his goalkeeper, Mail. Mail into midfield to Boateng, who's under pressure and does well actually to lay it off to Howe. He had to open up his body to play it left-footed across to Callum Howe. Wasn't the greatest ball out there from Harrison Mail, and he's gone instead to the same position this time to Alex Hunt. Back it goes to Mail again. Mail to Howe down the right hand side, under pressure from Jürgen Nathan. Howe, all he can do is put it straight into touch. Why is City trying to play out from the back? And Howe's turned to Mail there and said, get it forward. Just told him, waving his arm at him. He's just playing people into pressure there, Harrison Mail.
Yeah,
Boateng, then Hunt, and then Howe.
Yeah, Callum Howe just getting
double change coming for York
trouble.
City.
Batty and
Brooks, I think.
Brooks, yeah. Interesting. We know Batty can certainly deliver vital passes at right times. Be nice to see Ben Brooks get on the end of a few. I'm guessing he'll play down here on the left hand side. Yep. It's I suppose a bit of a throw of the dice here from Stuart Maynard.
So yeah, Brooks for Newby and Batty. Did you see who he came on for?
For Ollie Banks.
For Banks.
Yeah.
So fresh legs.
Yeah, it looks like Hunt and Ollie will maybe drift a bit more further forward, or Boateng.
Harrogate have equalised again at Mansfield. 2-2 there at Field Mill. As Barnsley have it at the back on this left hand side. York City fans still doing their best to get behind their team.
Yeah, they've still got to believe.
Down the left hand side it goes. Cleary round the corner, but that's over hit, and Joe Felix allows that to go behind for a goal kick that Mail takes quickly to Howe. Howe gives it back to Mail. Mail needs to get this forward. He's just dawdling a little bit on the edge of his 6-yard box, and then he does down the centre of the field, looking for Pearce, but it's over hit. Defender slices it back to his own goalkeeper. He thinks about picking it up. He could have picked it up. He does pick it up eventually. Never a back pass. And Barnsley try and play it out once more from the back. They can do this now with that 2-1 lead. Cross it comes to Roberts. Roberts into midfield. To Connell. Connell to Yoga Nathan. Yoga Nathan booed once more by some of the York City supporters. And it comes back once more to Connell. Connell. To the left-hand side. This is the most composed we've seen Barnsley in possession all afternoon, Ian Dunn.
It is, yeah. They've taken the benefit of going 2-1 up and now keeping the ball away from York City, trying to dampen our enthusiasm.
Felix does well to get away from his man though on that right-hand side, and then he's pulled down. That should be a yellow card. Has to be a yellow card, referee.
Oh, they've gone down as well. Their player's gone down. Their player fouled Felix, has gone down with cramp.
He has as well. He's going to get away with a yellow card. That's the clearest yellow card of the day, I'm afraid. Felix goes past him, it's pulled down, hacked at on that far side, and the referee, I don't think he's going to get the yellow card out, or is he? Yes, he does, eventually.
Well done, referee.
He does eventually. So Bland goes into the book. He went down claiming cramp, I think, to try and avoid the yellow card.
Yeah, try and confuse the situation. Referee was having none of it. Had a good game, the referee.
It's a free kick to York just inside the Barnsley half of the field. Barnsley trying to have a high line from the free kick.
Can City raise it these last 10 minutes or so? Can they raise it? These fans would take the roof off the Barry Murphy stand if City were to score.
Hunt takes it down the line to Pearce, who's drifted out wide right. Mansfield now lead again for a third time against Harrogate, 3-2. Ball goes into touch for a York City throw-in by the corner flag, far side of the ground. They're going to leave it for Ben Brooks to go all the way across from this left-hand side to the right-hand side. We've only seen it a couple of times this season from Ben Brooks. Can York City get a goal? Of course, the last time we think we saw it, he looped it in, it was cleared back to him, and he put the cross in for the goal.
Yeah. Can they win the second? With these throw-ins, it's so important to win the second ball. Where that ball lands after the first touch.
And it comes now to the edge of the 6-yard box, flicked on by Callum Howe. One in the penalty area by a Barnsley man, though. An offside flag was thinking about going up there. The referee then puts it down. Ollie, the edge of the box. That's got to be a foul. It is, in a dangerous position, this one.
Yeah.
This is 22, 23 yards away from goal, maybe 25 yards from goal, just left of centre for a York City free kick. And they'd love now to have Ollie Banks on the field.
They would.
But they've got Alex Hunt.
They've got Alex Hunt who will fancy this. Ollie paces over it as you would expect. He'll fancy a bit, but this is Alex Hunt range for me. A definite free kick. The referee's not been fooled by anything this afternoon.
Well, the York City fans are sort of giving the game away a little bit here by singing Alex Hunt.
Yeah.
Just in case Barnsley weren't sure who was likely to take this.
They'll be sucking this ball into the back of the net, I'm almost certain.
Right, he's over it, his Hunt. So too is Brooks. Referee gets the wall a yard back inside that penalty area, so he's saying it's about 27 yards away.
There's a nice little gap there in the goalkeeper's top
Ollie's
right-hand
in
corner.
that gap.
Yeah.
Hunt or Brooks? Surely Hunt. Referee blows the whistle.
What can you do?
Here comes Alex Hunt, right-footed. Round the wall, by the goalkeeper. Oh, what a block on the line for Pearce. Volleyed in. There it is. It's the equaliser York City deserve. Mark Kitchen on the right-hand side of the 6-yard box. Into the roof of the net. It's 2-2. It's all York City deserve. What a game. What a performance by the Minster men. 2-2.
Unbelievable! What a goal! You're right, City deserve it thoroughly, David. They've been the better of the two sides for the majority of this match. I just had a feeling that something would happen from that free kick. Follow it in. The keeper couldn't hold it. Oh my word! But then he's pulled off a great reactionary save, the keeper. But my word, I don't even know who scored in the end. It was madness. Oh wow! York City, they deserve it, David. They totally deserve this, and those fans deserve it. Listen to the noise.
They've got a bit of luck there of York City, because
you make your own
York up 100%, but the defending is extraordinary. From the goalkeeper saving the free kick, as you'd expect him to do, he palms it back out. House, defender, gets back on the line behind him to stop Ollie Pearce's shot at goal. It's staggering, but it falls so nicely for Kitchen, and it's not an easy finish, but it's perfect for the volley. He hits it right into the roof of the net.
Yeah, he's been up there with player of the
season. Yoga Nathan, come back in a second, edge of the penalty, and now Barnsley have got a free kick on the edge of the York City penalty area.
Kitchen's been up there with player of the season for me already. I know it's only November, but he's been fantastic. What a signing, but what a goal. What a time to score that goal as well. My word. Oh, the fans are just look. Everybody connected with York City deserves this afternoon, David. They deserve this performance. Can they see it through to the end? That's my question now. Can you take it on and go and beat Barnsley?
Free kick now to Barnsley. Left-hand side of the penalty area. Slightly further out with the angle as well than the last one for York City. 2 men over it. Harrison Mail, please be aware.
Follow
a 4-man wall set up by York City.
Follow it in as well. It just had that feeling. Follow the ball in and see what happens, because the keeper's, it's, you know, he has fumbled that, really.
Cleary's over it, so too is Connell. There's the whistle. Cleary, right footed, goes for goal. Harrison Mail gathers at his near post. And now he's waiting to be closed down before picking it up. Would York City take extra time? Maybe they would.
Yeah, I think they probably would. I think they fancy it as well. But there's more. There's more time here. There's enough time here.
90 seconds plus a lot of injury time.
Yeah.
Mail bowls it out and then clears right-footed downfield. Barnsley wanting... The Barnsley management team, anyway, wanting the referee to penalise Harrison Mail there. Boateng wins the header. Hunt looking for Ollie. Cleared in the middle of the park. Howe, from a standing start up against Yoganathan. The former older man gets the better of him. Now they come forward on the left-hand side. Cleary's round the back. Cross into the box. Kitchen should deal with it. And he does. And then Fagan Walcott has to open up his body to stop it going out for a corner and clears it to the right-hand side. Barnsley coming forward, trying to put some pressure on York City towards the end, but it's won back by Hunt on that far side of the field. And it's put into touch, is it? It is. Throw in to Barnsley. Listen to the York fans once more.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They can sense something here. I think everybody can.
I can too, but while it's down this end of the field, you're only sensing a Barnsley goal. And Fagan Walcott's put that behind. He miscontrolled it on his thigh, and it goes behind for a Barnsley corner kick. They're second of this second half.
Yeah, well,
2-2 it remains.
Just defend like they've defended so far from these set pieces. They've done well.
30 seconds to go of the normal. And then we'll see what number. Possibly 6, 7 maybe.
There'll be a fair few minutes injury time, I'd imagine.
Cleary over the ball once more.
And to be honest, when that board goes up, I think it'll be City. They'll be happier for the more minutes.
And it comes to the near post, dealt with on the volley by Dan Batty. City have got everyone back, so it's going to come back a second time. Back out it goes to Cleary on the left-hand side. He skips past Joe Felix too easily. Cleary dips it into the middle once more. Who's going to get there first? Appeals for handball, nothing given. Edge of the area, Yoganathan over the bar it goes via a deflection. That'll be another Barnsley corner.
6 minutes, David.
6 minutes.
Plenty of time, as long as City can defend, keep this ball away from their goal, get it forward and cause Barnsley more problems.
It's time from the near side. Connell gets ready to swing it in. Left-footed. Only one Barnsley man in the 6-yard box, so we're going to take a run at this for the home team. There's still the York City fans that you can hear. In it comes now into the penalty area. Free header ever scored. Free header in the 6-yard box. No one jumped for it. All the York City players are saying there's a push in there, but there's nothing being given. And once again, Barnsley have taken the lead in injury time.
Just set piece, defend it. And they couldn't. You know, Barnsley will be happy. They'll say they've worked on that, but again, that feels like an avoidable goal from City. Maybe I'm being harsh, but there's questions being asked. Harrison Mail, Malachi. Do you know what? They haven't got time to worry, to feel sorry for themselves. You've got 5-6 minutes here to try and go and get another equaliser. And if they could do that, I think they'll go on and beat this Barnsley side. They need to score the next goal, David, in the next 5 minutes. It's as simple as that.
It's
they know the task, and they've got to go and do it.
It's Roberts that gets the equalising goal. The one thing I would say is, it's in his 6-yard box. Does Harrison Mail have to come and try and get that?
There's lots of bodies there, lots of big bodies there. Does he come? Does he commit himself? I'd like to see it again before saying, David, but yeah. The header's right deep in the 6-yard box, isn't it? City do not deserve to be 3-2 down. They really
Walcott
don't.
Forward, looking for Pearce, headed clear as far as Boateng. Now to Ollie, back for Boateng at the edge of the penalty area. Hunt can't get there though. They're going to have to give everything this last 3.5 minutes here at York City. They trailed by 3-2. Downfield it goes from Barnsley. Kitchen lobs it clear. Oh, and then there's a Fagan Walcott manages to find Boateng, tries to feed it through to Pearce. Intercepted there by the defender. A Barnsley man again has gone down off the ball here as Cleary has the ball on the left-hand side. He's told to get up by one of his fellow players there as the Barnsley man. It's Rooney as well, who's only come on. He can't claim cramp.
Put it past them.
Barnsley have it once more at the back. Very harsh on York City, this scoreline. Barnsley 3, York City 2. They've been told to go forward as Barnsley have it with the goalkeeper, and he clears it long. And that's going to go all the way through to Harrison Mail. 3.5 minutes then for York City to find a second equalising goal, but a third goal on the afternoon.
They've got to believe that they can, because they've played like a team that can.
Headed clear. Worksop leading Scarborough Athletic by 1-0. Crossfield ball forward from Barnsley. Keylor Dunn, who got the opening 2 goals for the home side. On this right-hand side. Into the centre it goes. Edge of the penalty and they've skipped past Brooks. Have they? No, kept out. Jürgen Nathan now back to Keylor Dunn. Keylor Dunn goes back to Ferrugia. Ferrugia again, just some keep ball from Barnsley. It's all they really need to do. Keep knocking it around at the back.
Yeah, City haven't got time to sit off now. They're going to have to commit bodies and go, really press this Barnsley team.
They've skipped away from Felix. Now they've fed it through. Keylor Dunn's onside, 1-on-1. So he's going to slat it away, and it hits the post. It's both posts, and then was put behind for a goal for a corner kick by Callum Howe. He beat Harrison Mail. It hit the inside of the right-hand post, went all the way across the goal line, hit the left-hand post, came out, and Howe put it behind for a corner. So fortunate that it's not 4-2.
Could that be a turning point in the match? We'll take anything right now. Can City give us a barnstorming finish? They're going to defend a corner first.
And he gets the man of the match award. 2 goals to his name. Should have had a third. It's a corner kick for Barnsley. They're going to take their time over it. No one seems to want to take it.
No, they're just taking the time, aren't they? Referee's got to be clever here. Add the minutes on. The seconds.
Played 4 of the 6. And they're taking it short to Jürgen Nathan, who wins another corner kick. Put it back in the quadrant, boys. Let's get this game back underway. And again, they take it short. Jürgen Nathan goes to ground looking for a free kick. Nothing given. And it's put behind for another corner. A 6th corner this second half to the home side.
City need
who are doing well to see out this game.
Yeah, City need to get this ball back. Give themselves a chance.
Jürgen Nathan. That's running to touch this time by Barnsley. That'll be a York City throw in deep inside their own half. And there's going to be a change made first. The home team. 29 replacing 23. So Connor Barrett, come through the academy, he's had a loan spell at Kidderminster. He's coming on for Ferrugia. City have a throw in. 45 seconds, should be a little bit more added on for that as well to go. City trailing by 3-2. Brooks goes back to Mail, who under pressure from Cleary lays it off to Fagan Walcott, possibly the final attack of the game. Fagan Walcott up to Felix on halfway. Felix sends it forward, round the corner it goes, looking for Ollie Pearce. Barnsley man runs it into touch for a throw in by the corner
over there,
flag.
Ben Brooks, sprint lad, go and get the ball. Launch this into their box. Is Harrison Mail going to go? Might as well, hasn't he?
Harrison Mail is going up here.
Go on.
He's told to go up. It's a cup tie. We're in the final seconds. Harrison Mail is going up. Joe Felix might as well go up rather than staying back.
Oh, certainly get on the edge of that box. There's no Barnsley players even attempting to be out of that 18-yard box. Can City do it? Come on.
And it comes now from Brooks. Throw in to the near post. One in the air by the Barnsley man. Then Mail can't win it. It's going to be volleyed back in. Is it by Batty? No, he's going to play it off back to the far side to Brooks. Now in comes the cross. Deep one. Headed clear again by Barnsley as far as Batty on the right hand side. He's put a good ball in. Oh, he tried to get past his man and the tackle comes in. It's gone into touch again for another throw in. We've played 15 seconds over the 6 minutes already. Jumping up and down there is the York City manager Stuart Maynard asking how much extra is going to be allowed. Harrison Mail goes back up once more.
It's now or never, City. You can do it. Come on.
The scene's in that away end if this finds the back of the net.
Oh, crikey.
Brooks, and it comes again to the near post. Headed away once more by Barnsley. Volleyed in by Batty. Appeals for handball. Nothing given. And now Barnsley on the break. Cleary from the edge of his own penalty area. He goes for goal, but he doesn't get enough power on it. Felix will get there before it gets even to the penalty area. And he lays it off back up towards Mail, who's in front of him here. Mail to Kitchen. City need to get this forward. Kitchen does get it forward. Batty can flick it forward, and he does. Boateng tries to defend it. Fagan Walcott's on goal in the penalty area. Oh, what a block at the back by Barnsley. Still not cleared. In it comes, and it goes behind for a goal kick. What a chance. That was the chance. Everyone's up off that York City bench, hands on head, and the referee's about to blow the final whistle. He does blow the final whistle. York City are out of the FA Cup. They've gone down by 3-2. But what a chance at the death once more. A one-on-one, the third one-on-one of the match that York City have not been able to take advantage of. Each time it's been blocked by the goalkeeper or last-ditch defending. It's great defending again from Barnsley. And City, you'll say they're unfortunate, but Ian Dunn, they continue to miss chances.
Yeah.
And this time again today, it has knocked them out of the FA Cup. Last week, it dropped them league points. Today, they're out of the cup.
The story doesn't tell the fact. The facts don't tell the full story here. I think City are so creative. They created so many chances. Listen, they didn't go in. Of course they didn't. Still scored 2 goals away at League One Barnsley, by the way. And we had chances to destroy that team. We were the better of the two sides. Barnsley have got away with one there today. They know it. We know it. Their manager will know it. Everybody knows it. But credit to them, they stuck at it, and their quality in front of goal was the difference. And they managed to score 3 goals against our 2, and that's the bottom line.
A superb performance all round.
Oh my word, it was outstanding, absolutely outstandanding from York City. They were the better team. They absolutely were, and yes, they didn't take the chances. But looking towards the season, we're never going to win the FA. Not going to win the FA Cup this season. But they've got to
You're
take.
supposed to be the glass half full, man.
I know. Well, this is it. This is the half full coming in now. They've got to take so much from a performance like that. They destroyed Barnsley at times there with a football, and they have done the past 2 weeks, David, attackingly. They've destroyed teams. They haven't scored or taken the chances. They'll come. I'm sure they will come. This has been an outstanding performance. They shouldn't have lost, but they've given a real good account of themselves.
They have. They now go to meet their supporters behind that goal. I think virtually every single one of them has stayed to applaud the York City players, and they're all down there in the penalty area looking up at the fans, applauding them back again. An outstanding performance from York City, but one, I'm afraid, that still wasn't good enough to take them through to the second round of the FA Cup. So you just hope that it doesn't affect their confidence in any way. It shouldn't do, but
they've lost the game, David. This should be a boost. If I'm in that dressing room today, if I'm the manager, all you can do is remind yourselves of how well. Listen, yes, they've lost the game. Get over that, because the rest of this performance was fantastic. They thoroughly deserved to win that match, not draw it, to win it. And they're just unlucky that Barnsley took their chances. The gilt-edged chances that they created, they took. We didn't take the ones that we created, and we had 2-3 times more than them as well. 3 one-on-ones. Even at the death there, Malachi was so unlucky. I actually thought he was going to get tripped and we'd win a penalty, which would have been lovely. But no, they've got to take heart from this, David. They really must. And go into the next game on Wednesday night, Gateshead at home, play the same way, because these chances, they will get converted. They must do. We've got Ollie Pearce, Josh Stones, who can score goals. There are goals in this team. Just take those chances when it finishes teams off. That's the only difference today.
And looking at the other scores, Sutton United have beaten Telford by 2-1. That means York City was scheduled to travel to Sutton on Saturday the 6th of December. That's FA Cup second round weekend. So York City now will be without a game that weekend. A free weekend for York City due to their involvement in the FA Cup coming to an end here today at Oakwell. They've been beaten at full time. It's Barnsley 3, York City 2.
Georgie Spanswick at breakfast.
I've got the BBC Radio York lie detector out. I want you to give me your best lie, or is it your best truth?
I stopped Les Dawson from being crushed.
You stopped Les Dawson from being crushed?
He was opening a pirate ship ride. I was holding on to the railing, holding everybody back, because everybody was pushing behind me.
I think this is true. This is true.
It's a lie. It wasn't Les Dawson, it was Ken Dodd.
Honestly, you can't trust anybody these days.
Georgie Spanswick at breakfast. Weekdays from 6. Just ask your smart speaker to play BBC Radio York.